Hello and welcome to the brand new year 2026 Easy Allies podcast. I am Michael Huber, joined by
Daniel Bloodworth.
the returning Daniel Bloodworth.
Hello, hello.
We got Robami Yanni.
Hello, hello, hello.
Making it all happen in the control room, Don Casanova.
Hello as well.
What is up, everybody? Before we get into it, let's talk about our holiday. What did we all get up to? We are in the beginning of January. It's a new year. I'm sure we all had our holiday festivities, our holiday obligations.
Yeah.
What'd y'all do?
All over the place. Trip within a trip because my brother moved to Indiana. So it's like we fly out to Florida and then my mom flies us up to Indiana after Christmas. And then we fly back to Florida, and then we fly back to LA.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of flying blood, especially during the holidays. That's stressful.
Yeah.
Your arms must be exhausted, but
Blood trying to immerse himself really into that Stranger Things. Probably moved right next to Hawkins, right?
Hawkins Lab.
Hawkins is imaginary. You don't have to answer.
Yeah, so we have the one day where it's like, I'm out, going out to the island. It's like actually we tried out this ferry because like going out to the island in Florida it can with the traffic and stuff it can get to be kind of a pain sometimes or just like getting across bridges and like there's only space for like one main road, right? That kind of stuff,
We've seen True Lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it.
So
we know what it's like.
But just
Bridges out.
Just for the experience, we wanted to try the ferry because like our county is like on a river that goes out to the Gulf.
Yeah.
And so by like the city hall area, there's a ferry that goes from downtown out to the island.
Cool.
And so you basically take the ferry and you go all the way down the river.
Sounds like Alan
out
Wake.
to the Tampa Bay and then take a turn, go under the bridges, and then you're at the main pier at the island.
Nice.
But like as soon as we got out there, like I walked out on the pier where the ferry was gonna go.
Yeah.
Dolphin just comes right up.
Yo,
I put a video on Twitter. It was like I'm just like walking up and then here's a dolphin going right by. I'm like,
that's fun.
I don't know if I've ever been that lucky. And it was so close I could have like actually jumped on it.
Oh, please tell me you tried.
Dude, Bloodworth riding a dolphin.
Dolphin Park.
Some shit.
And then like like a week or so later, then we're up at my brother's place in Indiana and it's like it starts snowing. He's in a small town, so there's just like deer that come through his yard every day.
Whoa.
Just like this, pack of like, or herd of like 8-10 deer just coming through.
That's a lot.
And there's one day where it's like, we were like, they're going around from the backyard to the front.
Yeah.
And we were watching them in the front yard, and then I was like, and the bedroom that my mom was staying in, we got a nice view. And so I went to the living room to get my wife. She's like, hey, come check out the deer. You see them going by really nicely. And when we came back, they were literally like right in front of the window, like looking in at us.
That's startling, but also very nice.
But yeah, so they just had like a small little strip of woods like right next to them in the neighborhood there that they set aside.
Woods behind the house is one of my like existential fears because of like alien abduction or, any other kind of
the house
sinister
I grew up in,
people lurking.
Yeah, the house I grew up in Florida, we had woods on basically all sides.
It's intense.
So yeah, we had the barn owls and snakes and all that good stuff.
I've been watching a lot of
pileated
X-Files.
woodpeckers.
I love woodpeckers. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. No animal noises bother me whatsoever, actually, like at all.
I think a barn owl would bother you.
No, because I've like slept in like the wilderness or whatever it may be, or like a friend's house who has a farm, like, and I've heard nonstop howling or whatever. Like animals, they're just living.
Yeah,
but it's like, animals.
But like a great horned owl or a barred owl, like those sound nice. It's like
woo
hoo, it's like great. But like you hear a barn owl. Like look up videos, man. It is like somebody is getting their spine ripped out.
Oh my god,
it is intense.
Predator.
Another one that's crazy to hear late at night because one time we went out to go watch a meteor shower like up in the desert north of here.
Very fun.
And we just were like, we'll just sleep in the back of the car, and then get up in the morning and drive home. But we were out there and we're like, what the heck is that noise? I have no idea what it is. It sounds intense. It's crazy. And then when daylight comes out, wild donkeys.
Wild donkeys.
Up
You
in
gotta
the
watch
desert.
out for those.
Whoa. I didn't expect you to go there, Blood. Wild donkeys. That was unexpected. Damiani, what'd you get up to?
Just stayed around or had family come in town. My brother drove up, but the rest of my family kind of lives here.
Nice.
So we just had a family Christmas together. Sorry. Cat was doing something on the side. I was distracted for a second. Other part of it was just listening to my nephews endlessly just reference everything that said 6-7 nonstop.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party,
And
Damiani. Welcome to
over
the party.
and over and over
Oh yes.
and over.
Don't worry. In the
and
summer, it will be
it's-
out of fashion.
Yeah, it'll be-
It's
To
fine.
I
them,
tried to
it's
convince
like-
my
it's
kids
just
it was out of fashion with the new
every-
year. They didn't believe me.
Doesn't work. Everything is funny. Anything literally,
Yeah.
and then when it's not even appearing anywhere, they're like, Uncle Michael, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was like, oh,
Oh,
they
God.
thought they got me. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 1, 8. They were like, no, it's not right. It's 6, 7. I'm like, nope, not. Absolutely not. And then my nieces are a little they're younger than them. Their mom was like, maybe go easy on the 6-7 because we don't want to deal with them starting when they get a little older. We don't want to hear them trying to do
Yeah.
that stuff. I was like, I think it'll be out of fashion
It's just
by
a fad.
then.
It's
but-
a fad. It'll go away.
Hey, it was spoiler. It was Mega 64's best joke of the year for their Todd and Aaron's end of the year awards that they do.
It was 6-7?
Best joke of the year, 6.
That sounds like pandering.
They went out. Oh, okay. You need to watch. It's like you need
It's
to
like
see what
part of
they
it.
did.
That's funny. I should watch that.
I want to show that to my nephews and be like, hey, it's not funny anymore because we think it's funny now.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Deconstruction of 6-7.
And lastly, I for December I replayed through Final 7 Remake and Rebirth on PC because if I had them on PC, I played a little bit of them just to be like, oh, it looks awesome on PC. Wanted to replay them because I had a little bit of belief that maybe the Game Awards would have a Part 3 teaser or something, and I was like,
Kingdom Hearts before that, please.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Kingdom Hearts before
I
that.
think so.
Yeah. Get a little break.
So.
Yeah, a little separation in there.
I do think so. I do think Kingdom Hearts will be first.
Yes.
I
Same.
know that. See, the thing is,
Because then you build up the
here's-
finale of
But here's the
7.
thing. Here's the thing. We're getting a little bit false continuity here because they're focusing on the Switch 2 Xbox launch of Remake.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of 7 right now. We're seeing a lot of
Totally.
Hamaguchi, and I think that's why we're like, oh, Part 3 is right around the corner. And
Yep.
it's no,
I agree.
It's gonna be they're
gonna be a
doing
minute.
better than Square Enix has done in the past, but
Yeah.
it's still gonna be a bit.
I agree. 100%. Especially because it's the end,
Yeah.
Got to build it up. And knowing them,
He
they
does
wanna-
at least seem confident in their blueprint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know where this is going. We know how we got into this.
I think the legwork was done with Remake did a lot of the asset legwork. Rebirth did a lot of the scale and scope legwork. I think there's stuff in there. There was stuff in Remake that clearly was alluding to they had stuff ready to go for Rebirth. Replaying it, I was like, oh, this is. Okay, I now see what this is like. They knew what Rebirth. They absolutely knew. Now in Rebirth, I'm like, there's certain things you can see in there. I'm like, that you don't do anything with. It's like those are 100% going to be in part.
Hell
It's
yeah.
there you go. Absolutely. They got the underground reactor referenced in Junon.
Yeah.
They show you Fort Condor in the distance, the Condor animated. It's like
Hey, Damiani,
they're all there
easy to forget though. Remake to Rebirth. That was 4 years.
with COVID.
Yeah, true.
With COVID.
True. Now it's only been 1 year though.
And I think the real challenge for them was just figuring out what to do with the airship.
Yeah.
Making it engaging enough and fun or intriguing enough, and getting it to work from a tech. Are you gonna go really fast across the giant world map? Can we handle? I think that was the last thing.
Yeah.
I think that was they probably solved that immediately, and then smooth sailing.
I loved intermission. Love that shit.
Oh yeah. They needed to put that if they ever make like a true definitive edition, they need to rework that stuff to actually happen. You remember 16, Huber?
Yeah.
We were saying the DLC should have like, if you play like me after, they need to redo
just
intermission.
Like put it in the correct
then
spot
put it as an extra chapter. Like get rid of that
Totally.
Hojo chapter and put this in there.
Hey,
like put it where,
never get rid of
let's add
Hojo.
that. Dude, that Hojo drum chapter is terrible.
My favorite villain to hate.
No, don't get rid of Hojo, but like that chapter, Hojo's like drum chapter near the end of Remake. Oh, it's so bad. That's like, this is so unnecessary. I was like, why is this in here? Anyway.
Don, what'd you get up to?
Oh, yes. During the break, I got up to quite a bit. I was experiencing the unique joy that is moving, first of all.
Pain.
And yes, it was painful, Huber. And second of all,
For context, for people that don't know, Don had just recently moved. Not that long ago.
2 months
this was
ago.
an unexpected thing thrust upon him.
Yes.
Very, very unfortunate.
So we were forced into this new palatial estate, which we're trying to deal with. But the other thing, much like my friend Damiani here, I was being verbally assaulted by the number 6-7 at a constant rate because my children were on break from school. So I was trying to counteract all this with lots of holiday eggnog, round the clock drinking eggnog to deal with this harassment. And I didn't get to play any games was the awful thing, too. There wasn't even the catharsis of games because I had no time. But yet, at the same time, to keep my kids busy, they were playing almost nonstop games. And my young one got into Kong Survivor's Instinct or whatever that game. You remember that weird Kong game that came out I think it was last year.
Yeah. It's like
before.
the side-scrolling one, right?
Yeah, it's like a Metroidvania side-scrolling realistic graphics. It was kind of interesting because I played it a little bit at the beginning, but I got to see a lot more of it now.
Yeah. Because that wasn't even like billed as like a big deal, right? It wasn't
was
AAA or
bizarre.
anything like that. It's just somehow these guys got the Kong license.
No idea how they got the license.
I
Even when you're
remember.
playing the game, it's sort of, at first I was like, was this even a Kong game? And then they just licensed it and it became a Kong game. But there's quite a bit of stuff in it. I don't even know if it's like canon or something like that. It seems like it has pretty legit kind of licensing stuff in it. And it's
The
sort of an interesting,
official Monsterverse game.
Yeah, it's
set shortly after the events of Godzilla vs. Kong.
They've got a lot of lore in there, actually, it turns out. So it's kind of cool. I was kind of getting into it.
With
It's
the whole
like,
Monarch show, that universe is like really big now.
Bunch
There's
of
a
Monarch
lot
references.
of
Yes,
lore.
I like the cross references with Monarch. It was also all the imagery. Everything was very consistent with the show, which was really cool too. So
Sick.
it kind of ended up being neat. Kind of looking over the shoulder, watching this Survivor's Instinct. It's kind of a neat game. Yeah, it's interesting. So, but that was
Sick.
about it. And then the new year was here upon us.
Yeah.
So the good times.
So
were
stressful
going.
with the move. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It was
about
actually
that.
okay though. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was still a happy holiday. I had some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much just worked and took care of my grandpa. He fell on Christmas Eve, so we had to like put him in a home.
I'm
It's like a
sorry
whole big
he
thing. It wasn't very fun. The fun holidays. But I did get to play a lot of Red Dead Redemption. So whenever I'm not feeling good, I like to play a comfort game. And, we had the timely re-release of that.
Oh,
It hit the spot.
How are those storms? Because we were there looking at the weather and like, you guys are like getting hit with storms on both Christmas and New Year's.
Storms for us in Southern California, though, is just like a lot of rain. It's
It was a lot.
a storm.
Really?
A storm to
a lot
like
of
the
rain.
East Coast is like you better batten down the hatches. You better get
weather
ready.
Guy I watch, the storm chaser guys I watch on YouTube, was it Max Velocity?
Yeah.
Wasn't
saying
there
there's
like a tornado
There's
somewhere?
a tornado in
Yeah.
like Southern California somewhere. They should he was covering it. They had storm chasers there.
Crazy.
Maybe not like where you are, but
Yeah, no, I didn't
think-
see any of that.
Yeah, there was like 60-mile-an-hour winds or something hitting parts of Southern California, like sustained. So
Whoa.
as well, which that's not a joke anywhere.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
that's not SoCal people being like it's light rain. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's a
Yeah, we got
hurricane.
the winds coming in too this week.
Yeah.
Saw that.
To be fair, we did have quite a bit of rain, even for our standards. It was a lot of rain. Yeah.
I heard you first time in 25 years. No part of California is like dry or drought right now. Like everything
excellent.
is. They made a report I saw.
Yeah,
That's
last
pretty
bunch
cool.
of years, the drought has been like so threatening, for sure. Yeah. I got a really nice Christmas tree this year, though. $80 from Costco, and it was
Nice.
incredible. I'm a real tree man. You know,
Nice.
if I get a Christmas tree, I'm doing the real
Like
all in.
Clark Griswold. Do you go out into the wilderness?
I go out,
and
I
cut
chop it down.
What about flocking it?
We
with
saw that a
snow?
couple of times over the holidays.
Flock the real tree at least, you.
So the thing is, like, I was telling Don about this. I don't have like a normal TV setup in my house right now. We just kind of like watch streaming stuff, when we sit down for dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
But like my mom and my brother are both the kind of people that just like, they just have the TV on all the time.
Yeah.
And I have lost my ability to just ignore that.
Seriously.
So it's like my
One eye
days
on
just
it.
get like stripped away from me because, okay, well, I guess I'm watching all of Friends right now because that's what they've put on the TV.
Twilight Zone Marathon was on. I watched some of that for
hell yes.
sure.
A Hallmark
The
movie?
new one or the old one?
Old one.
Okay.
The one where the aliens take the humans to cook them. Sorry, spoilers.
Yum.
And then
sounds
Nightmare
yummy.
at 40,000 Feet, which is one of the
Classic.
all-time classics.
Yeah. So
Classic.
the first Hallmark movie that comes on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe what's happening. What am I listening to? I can predict everything. And then 3 more Hallmark movies go by, and like, this is what we're just doing this now. This is just the next week or two.
Yo, Blood, I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, I enjoy a good Christmas Hallmark movie. I do not care. I like them. I don't care.
I love them.
I love.
But that's what I'm saying,
I
though.
love
It's the Boy and the Frog thing. It's like you get like the jolt of like, oh my gosh. And
yeah,
then
and then you
we're
just
doing
settle
it.
into the story.
Yeah.
They're always heartfelt. Like, especially with Christmas, it's like, you expect a little bit of cheesiness.
Oh yes, Max Cheese.
For sure. All right, holiday check-in. Love that. So let's get into it. This week we've got some big hitters. Metroid Prime 4 Bloodworth.
Yeah, it took me longer than I expected, but I did finish it over the break. So
Yes.
got a lot of thoughts everywhere.
Sick.
Yeah.
Potentially another game. Big Hops. Isla is out at the moment. She might be joining us. We'll
She's
see.
joining us very momentarily.
Great.
Yes, momentarily she'll be here.
We have a Tomb Raider cast reveal. This will be fun. The cast for the upcoming Tomb Raider.
Movie or series?
The series.
Okay.
Yes. I have been non-stop Hades 2ing. Holy cow. Get ready.
Nice.
And Damiani played a little Dragon Quest VII.
Yeah, play that demo.
Yeah. Reimagined.
Yeah, new demo this week. Go check it out.
Not happy where it ended. I was like, they had me.
Oh.
You'll see. I was
Damiani.
like, that's where it stops. I was like, no.
Oh, we'll get to it when you get there. We'll get there.
So let us dive into the news first. We got some news going on, and we were gone for a little bit, so some of this news might be like a little older than normal.
Yeah, we're catching up on some things for sure.
Yeah. So some stuff we missed over the break. First up, how do we love to start a podcast with a game announcement? How do we not love to start a podcast with a game delay?
Oh yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 6 delayed again. No, just kidding.
Not yet.
I know.
Not yet.
Not
I
yet.
had to do a double take because they said someone reposted the delay thing, and I was like, wait, November. I was like, oh wait, we're in 22. I was like, you had me. You got me. You got me for a second. So what got delayed?
James Bond.
Oh, this is a good delay.
This is a
in my
little mini
opinion.
delay, just a little 2-month delay. So
Okay.
Good delay.
IO Interactive announced on December 23rd, so they tried to sneak it in right before the holidays, just like, we're going to delay this.
That's
move
a
on.
crazy day for the news to drop. Yeah.
Yes. So on December 23rd, Christmas Eve, they said that 007 First Light has been delayed by just 2 little months. No big drama. The press release states that, quote, the game is progressing well and is fully playable from beginning to end. So these additional 2 months will allow us to further polish and refine the experience, ensuring we deliver the strongest possible version at launch. The launch date is now May 27th, 2026.
Okay.
So still not far away at all.
Right before all the summer announcements. I think there's enough time there that they won't get swallowed up in that mess.
Yeah.
So that's good.
4 months out, James Bond. I'm ready. I'm ready for a Bond game. What is our ultimate hope from a brand new James Bond game? What do y'all hope for?
The evolving mission objectives. Like if something goes wrong, like it's not just fail state. There's ways to recover.
Yeah.
Because in GoldenEye, like the one I love the most,
Of course,
probably the only one I really
culmination.
played. But like if you ever failed an objective, that one was like you're done. Like you can complete the mission, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't give you the nice cut scene.
Yeah.
So it's like we've come.
then-
Like it's been 30 years, 40 years since then. Can we get one where it's like because it's a Hitman, series maker, like, let's have some evolving things. That's been a hallmark of Hitman.
Yeah.
Nothing goes wrong. You can improvise. So let's have
that's
some
such
of those
a
situations.
staple of Bond is like making the best out of the worst case scenario.
Exactly.
Something goes down and he just like improvises on the spot with some ingenious plan. And Damiani, like you were saying, just about the different objectives. Of course, famously, GoldenEye has additional objectives, the higher difficulties that you play, which I always thought was so cool.
That would be really awesome too. Like intel stuff. Now in Hitman, you have to do your own surveillance pretty much to like you get like intel. But this is James Bond, MI6. Like I want your the gadgets and stuff, like the intel collecting and like someone in your earpiece and stuff. Like I want to like feel that sense. Yeah. So that like if you like it's like not that's over reliant, but it is an option there. That's like, hey, I don't know what to do. So it's like, what about that's how they could do like the hint system. It's like, hey, whoever's on the other side, like, what did you say about this? But the gadgets and stuff, like how useful they're gonna be versus using stuff in the environment. Like Hitman's about like using stuff in the environment. Bond, I feel, should be like about mission prep and bringing gadgets and stuff.
Love
like
that.
because you have so much already. The reconnaissance should be like done. It's like things could still go wrong because like you don't execute flawlessly. And like because it's supposed to be like a younger, newer Bond. It's like that should be a real thing.
Yeah.
You're not God Bond yet.
Totally.
Things should go wrong, and I want to see what you have to like do with your gadgets and stuff to get out of those situations.
Yeah, the preview I did a while ago, just watching it. I watched a video of it last year, and it was just like. They didn't show the whole thing. They had like some edits in there, but it did speak to a little bit of that, Damiani, where like he was doing a mission and then like something happened. It kind of like cut away and then cut back. Something was happening, and then we cut back to him like in a car, chase scene, driving through like fields and debris. Like clearly something did go wrong, and now he like has to so.
For you, Huber Pander. Please have at least a small mission or just a small sequence where he's at a card table.
Yeah.
Little Casino Royale nod, just a tiny bit. Doesn't have to literally be just a little card game where you can do shaken not stirred and do like the drink thing. You gotta have like a bar. And then like the driving sequences. Like I know there's still like a point of concern. So like if they just can't really figure them out very well, like I hope they're kept to like a minimum and they're just like kind of like action thrill sequences and then they like move things along. I don't want them to feel dragged out if they are just not well executed because hopefully they've made that call already and we're either just going to get them. They're like, oh, they were action pieces. They probably don't need to really worry about them. Or man, they were some really cool sequences. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, exciting. James Bond, such a staple of just media in general, movies, TV, books, even back in the day.
Right. Yeah.
So
starting there, I always forget about that.
Yeah. So really, really big release coming up, especially coming off the heels of, the Hitman Assassination trilogy from IO.
Yeah.
So,
they did the right thing by focusing on like a campaign and not multiplayer.
Yeah, no multiplayer this time, which obviously, like you said with GoldenEye is such a staple.
But Huber, do you think if it does well enough, like post-release support, do you think like what because they did the elusive targets and Hitman? What kind of like continuous kind of update do you think they could do for Bond?
I mean, literal pie in the sky dream scenario, considering where we're at. Not even like a traditional deathmatch or something, but your elusive target thing kind of hit me where it's like, what if one person is Bond and then the other people have to be like security or like guarding something. So it's like Bond versus us somehow, some way. Like, kind of, taking over like some NPCs or like you play as a boss or something. Like, I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, coming up May 27th. Not too long of a wait. It's very soon. Next up, unfortunately, is a really, really heavy, shocking, sad, just truly unreal still. Vince Zampella passed away over the holidays. Former Infinity Ward CEO, Respawn Entertainment head, and prolific industry veteran Vince Zampella tragically passed away in a crash in LA in December. He was known for his work on Call of Duty, Battlefield, Apex Legends, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Titanfall series, to name a few. Just not much to say about it except like rest in peace. And this is just, it was just so sudden.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, we always talk about games and like we criticize things and we get so I get so heated about certain things that ultimately at the end of the day don't really matter at all. So when anything like this happens, it just puts a lot of stuff in perspective.
Yeah, I was
really sad.
I was in the car. We were driving out shopping and stuff when this news dropped.
Yeah.
And I saw it on my phone. And then I mentioned them, but you know how hard it is because it's like people that are not around the games industry.
Yeah.
Like
my dad told me.
Yeah, but it's like they don't know. It's like if you told them like Taylor Swift died or something like that. Right? You know, like they don't understand the impact it has on you. So I'm like, hey, this just happened, and then my mom just like keeps talking about whatever. I'm like, give me a minute.
Yeah,
please.
wait.
I cannot. I'm trying to process this right now.
Yeah. And I had just seen him at the Battlefield event too, which was even like it just like was so shocking. It was like he was just there like 2 months ago. He was right there.
Yeah, and it's like I have not really interacted with him, myself much, but just from those appearances that he's made, remember that time that like Andrew Rene was hosting that EA conference and he's like basically just sitting there chilling and like announces his game from the crowd. And
yes, I remember that.
Oh, and I read a lot of the little things that people had wrote about him and the interactions and just how sweet and encouraging like he seemed to be with people.
Yeah. That makes sense from a creator that I feel like if you're a producer type like that and you bounce around different games and franchises and they all like have an impact, I feel like you are doing something so right and fostering creativity and like a solid workplace.
Yeah, because even before Call of Duty, it was on like Medal of Honor, right?
Yeah.
So it's like just everywhere he went.
It was gold.
Yeah.
Every time. So just horrible situation. So again, rest in peace. And yeah, just thank you for the legacy, Vince. Like that stuff will be played forever, at least. Like, that's not really a comfort that much to obviously the family, but his impact will be immortalized, which is something I like that. Next up, a double dip on CD Projekt. We got a couple things. First up, CD Projekt co-founder acquires GOG.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're like, splitting up the business.
Yeah.
Which, kind of makes sense in a way. They're like very different things, right? Like it's kind of maybe why we don't get any games out of Valve is like they're busy with the store. So,
yeah.
But GOG and the development teams have gone side by side for all of these years, so it's interesting to see. Like, all right, we're gonna actually split this off.
Yeah,
do this differently.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red announced on December 29th that it has sold the GOG distribution platform, originally known as Good Old Games, to one of its founders, Michael Kaczynski. Sorry if I got that wrong.
Yeah, it's like Mihao. It's hard to pronounce some of those Polish names.
I'm so sorry. For around $25 million. Kaczynski, remains the second largest individual shareholder of CDPR. So, yeah, 25 mil. It's just the thing I noticed was that 25 million Bloodworth seemed cheap only because of the last 2 years of acquisitions, people spending billions, hundreds of millions and billions and billions. So it's like, 25 million, that seems reasonable. Still an obscene amount of money. But yeah, what do we think, GOG will, do we think that'll really have a big impact on GOG?
It doesn't sound like it's going to really. Like they're, all of those new initiatives and stuff that they're talking about, what stuff they did with Resident Evil and that kind of thing. They're kind of like, I forget what the program's called, but they're like, making sure that like, no, we're going to keep these things up to date forever.
Yeah.
And bring back some of these classics
Totally.
that haven't been available. So yeah, it seems like the mission is continuing on and he'll be there to have that team focused on that. They're still going to sell, Witcher and Cyberpunk games on the GOG store.
Yeah.
So it's very much like one of those things where you have to be pretty in the weeds with their teams. Like, why would you even do this? Like, what's the point?
Yeah. And like you said, it seems like it won't really have a big impact on us consumers. So, yeah, interesting. But the good part of this podcast today, I'm excited about this. I'm so excited about this. This is out of nowhere. Speaking of CD Projekt Red, there have been rumors circulating about a Witcher 3. That's right, Witcher 3, not 4. Witcher 3 expansion. With Eurogamer speaking to Noble Securities analyst Mateusz Sharanowski. Sorry for the names today.
I couldn't help you on that last name. There's no way.
Yeah, bail me out, bud. Bail me out there. Who made a prediction in a company report in December that DLC would be released, and who now told Eurogamer he's 100% certain significant new content will be released by CD Projekt Red this year. The original rumor stemmed from Boris Niaspolak, a source of Polish games industry info, who said it has been verified by several independent sources that a DLC is in the works. CD Projekt Red told Eurogamer it, quote, does not comment on rumor or speculation. But there's a lot of validity to this one. There's just a lot of things pointing to this being potentially true. What do we think about this? What's your take?
I'm always very cagey when it comes to stuff like this.
Definitely.
I'll believe it when I see more, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting that people are picking up on it and reporting it. So we'll see. I think it's just we're in this funny space now. We were talking about like how people just keep playing games for years and years and years. You can get The Witcher 3 pretty regularly for like $5 nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, $5 and a $15 expansion, sure.
Totally. They had the the next gen port half port, half remaster in 2022.
They just did the 10-year anniversary concerts.
Yep.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, it's 10 years now, right? 2016 game. So
2015.
2015. It just makes a lot of sense with, all these rumors, all the info, and it's like, okay, well, what a cool and exciting way to kind of bridge the gap to Witcher 4.
Yeah.
I don't think any Witcher fan would ever complain about like a new expansion, even if the game is 10 years old.
I do think though I think that's the thing though, to like check your expectations.
For sure.
Because I think it may be not anywhere near the scale
of a Blood and Wine or a Hearts and Stone.
Right. Yeah,
even.
It might not be that kind of size, but it's like, okay, here's like a 3 or 4 hour chapter.
Yeah,
back in the Witcher universe.
Here's a chapter rather than like a full on expansion.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are saying it's a paid thing. So
yeah.
It's really interesting. What do you think, Damiani?
I mean, it's pretty cool. I saw someone mention in chat, Streaming Argonaut said, do you think it could be used as something to be served as like a prelude
exactly.
to Witcher, like that?
100%.
Where do you think? I guess I haven't really played the Witcher games.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen the first 2 seasons of the show.
Hell yeah.
Where would you want this DLC to take place? Because it already has DLC, so it's what could it actually serve as, and what would be your expectations if it were?
Do they give in any kind of info of would you be playing as Geralt or Ciri?
The region, the Zarkania or whatever. We're that
deserts?
Deep. Yes,
okay.
We're that deep into this being real. Is that the exact region?
I mean,
has
it's
been
easy
referenced.
to throw a dart at a map, but yeah. That's interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think, as we've seen with The Witcher 4, we're not spoiling anything of The Witcher 1, 2, or 3, but as we've seen with 4, we're playing as Ciri. So it would be cool if this expansion kind of showed us Ciri, and we maybe played as Ciri, and we kind of just bridge that.
That's what I'm thinking, is if it's her.
Yeah.
Because Blood and Wine really wrapped up Geralt's story pretty well. But we have this awkward thing where a bunch of different things could have happened to Ciri.
Oh, a million
We have
things, yeah.
multiple endings,
Right.
For Witcher 3. So how will they find a way?
You get your hair cut just like in 3, and you
to get a
tell them what
canon
happened.
story arc, right?
Yeah.
So that could be, it could be interesting if they find a way where, despite any of those things that happened after The Witcher 3, then here's this beat where this happens no matter what.
Yeah.
To Ciri.
For sure. Yeah, because that's one of my favorite transitions in 3 is when you're getting your hair cut and you're like, tell us what, I heard this happened, blah, 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 referencing 2.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you import your save, that stuff's automatic, but also it's like you can choose what happened in 2.
Right. I
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. I was just thinking about, Damiani, I was thinking about the longest gaps between DLC from when a game came out. And the first thing that popped into my brain, obviously, was Bowser's Fury. Of course. 3D World, and then we got Bowser's Fury so many years later.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
13 to 20.
Yeah.
20?
Yeah.
I don't know when it was when.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and it's crazy.
But
like,
I guess Nintendo does that a lot though. When they reissue a game for another system, they sometimes will tack on something. But like Bowser's Fury was pretty significant, I will say. But that's not the only time they've done it. Yeah, and it wasn't to the base game per se. So do you think they could do something like that with The Witcher, where it's like standalone thing that is maybe treating you to some of like the gameplay stuff you might see in 4, even though it's not like involving Ciri or something?
Think because the way that they did the last 2 expansions, Damiani, you could, go into them from your save file, but you could also have just like bought the game and go directly into those expansions.
Yeah.
They are separate stories in the same map and with new maps added onto them.
Yeah.
But the other thing I was thinking though, Hubert, what's interesting is, so like we think of, Witcher 3, Fallout, all these games have, multiple endings.
Yeah.
This DLC could have multiple openings based on your ending.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool.
So, if Ciri's over here
different intros
in this thing, and then she ends up in the desert. Or if Ciri's over here on a monster hunt, and then she ends up in the desert.
I love that.
Yeah.
Blood, I love that idea. That's so smart, dude. That's great.
This still honors your choices.
100%. And then, like you're saying, you come into this part that needs to happen. I love it. So, yeah, we'll wait and see for more Witcher content. That'd be a nice surprise this year. That would be so cool. Because we love that game. Next up, Ubisoft shuts down Halifax studio. Here we go again. Ubisoft shuts down its Halifax studio, impacting 71 positions, only a few weeks after the majority of workers impacted voted to unionize. Yeah.
Very suspicious timing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is great. According to IGN, the move was part of a 2-year company-wide effort to, quote, streamline operations, improve efficiency, and reduce costs. So.
Sounds like they got Starbucks.
Yeah. So.
It was a verb. Sorry, I don't know if I enunciated correctly there. But whenever like a Starbucks gets unionized, they shut it down, claiming, we've been planning this for months.
Yeah. Yeah. Every month, this is a headline.
Ubisoft has been kind of a mess, period. I'm looking at Rebecca's article here, and it's they were best known for the Rocksmith series. So I can see them being like, we don't need to keep this thing going. Mm-hmm. I'm actually kind of surprised the way that they have supported that series for so long.
Wasn't that their first like unionized in whatever region like studio though? That's why I think a lot of people are like also double raising their eyebrows.
Oh sure, I mean always, yeah.
Don't worry, Huber. We're on the cusp of like another set of major layoffs from Microsoft, so that'll probably be like next week or 2. Don't worry.
Great, looking forward to the headline, Tommy.
AI got too expensive, so they need to lay off people to afford the AI now.
I just watched the season 1, episode 7 episode of the X-Files, The Ghost in the Machine, and it's about AI, but in the freaking 1990s.
Yeah,
I was like, this is
when we had when we
crazy.
thought AI was going to be way different. I mean, we're talking again. We're always AI is a big umbrella thing. We're always talking about generative AI when we're talking about it nowadays.
Yeah.
FYI,
So yeah, that's a bummer. Shout out to everyone affected there.
The difference between artificial intelligence and abdicating intelligence.
There you go.
That's the difference.
There you go, boy. We got the DICE nominations. Little shocked by here. We're just gonna go over the goaties because there's
a long list.
Where's Isla?
Yeah. DICE nominations were announced today with Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, and Ghost of Yote leading the nominations with 8 each. The Game of the Year nominees are as follows: Arc Raiders, Blueprints,
there it is,
Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Dispatch, and Ghost of Yote.
Dude, a lot of Blueprints nums.
A little shocked here because I was like, oh, Hades 2 and Silksong got snubbed because they're sequels, yet Ghost of Yote is there. I'm just like, what?
Oh,
I'm like, what? I'm like, what?
Damiani, actually, the snub for you. Racing Game of the Year, they didn't even do 5 nominees. They only kept it to 4.
Holy crap.
F1, Kirby Air Riders, Mario Kart World, and Wheel World. Sonic is nowhere to be found.
Oh my god.
Sega didn't pay their dues. They didn't pay their dues.
I mean, that could be true. Some of these industry awards do have kind of like weird submission processes and stuff like that. So it's like, if somebody doesn't apply, then they don't get an award kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the first of the industry side awards, so it's definitely worth paying attention to.
Minus Keeley.
No, Keeley's a critics awards. This is an industry voted award.
Yeah. That's a good distinction. Yeah, the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences revealed today. And the winners will be announced at the 29th. Can you believe that? 29th DICE Awards on Thursday, February 12th at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Still in Vegas?
Yep.
Aria Resort in LV.
Aria.
They've had it there the last
I remember
few years.
when they held them in Henderson. They weren't even in Las Vegas proper at some point.
Industry people, if you like gambling, just go to Ellis Island. Get away from the Strip. The Strip, they have triple zeros on roulette tables. They have 6 to 5 blackjack instead of 3 to 2. They've got $25 minimums. It's absurd. Don't do it. And good luck to all the nominees. Feeling the snub of Hades 2 and Silksong, though. That's insane.
Yeah.
They were in there a lot. They just weren't on the GOTY.
Yeah. Hades 2. I love Silksong.
Yeah.
That bums me out. But I do think like Hades 2 seems to be the one that is making a lot of GOTY lists, even if it's not winning, more than in Silksong. So that one seems a little
Hades
bit more
is up
surprising.
for action game. Silksong is up for adventure game.
Nice. Get it. The Tomb Raider cast has been fully revealed. As we all know, Sophie Turner was announced last year to have been cast as Lara Croft.
Lara.
I think that's good casting. I think she's got the physicality. She's got the look. I like it. I also liked Alicia Vikander. I love that movie. I love the Tomb Raider movie from a while ago. It was cool. It was good. Swimming in sevens. Amazon MGM Studios has announced the actor set to star in, remember, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's upcoming Tomb Raider series. Obviously, Fleabag fame, and among others. Cast in canon roles from the game franchise include Martin Bob Semple as Zip, Jason Isaacs.
Wow.
Yes, as Atlas de Mornay, and Bill Patterson as Winston. Other actors confirmed to join the series are Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, I saw that.
As Evelyn Wallace, Celia Emiri as Francine, Jack Banyan as Jerry, John Heffernan as David, Patterson Joseph as Thomas Warner, Sasha Luss as Sasha, funny, Juliette Matamond as Georgia, and August Wittgenstein as Lucas. So there you go, full cast list. Tomb Raider series, got medium hype. I mean, hell, Amazon's on a little hot streak with Fallout.
Yeah, they can make it good.
Fallout rules, so let's hope Tomb Raider is along the lines of Fallout, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Don, I know you love Tomb Raider. How are you feeling about this show?
He's probably excited about it.
It's Isla!
highlight reveal.
He's excited out of his head, he says.
Heck yeah.
No, there's good news. Sigourney fucking Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
It gets better and better. And Jason Isaacs.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's going to be tight.
Heavy lifting there.
Yeah. Phoebe Waller-Bridge in the press release said, also introducing a few new rascals of her own.
New rascals.
She called Sigourney Weaver rascal.
The new little rascals.
Don says it's his most anticipated show.
Great. Love that. Yeah, I'll be there day one for sure. Alrighty, we got more to come, but if you've been enjoying the show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell on YouTube. It helps us and you stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
2026 is the year that you launch your business. I believe in you. The year that you transform into an entrepreneur, a founder, a boss. One powerful move puts your future firmly in your hands. And starting a business with Shopify is that move. Maybe you've got an idea that you can't shake, a craft that everyone tells you to sell. Like my cousin makes these incredible things. Well, I won't give away their ideas, but they're really good and she should have a store because it's really good. Anyway, a store maybe you've already designed in your head. With Shopify, 2026 is when you finally make it happen. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names to first-time businesses just getting started. Shopify gives you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. Setup is fast with Shopify's built-in AI tools that write product descriptions and headlines and help you edit product photos. Marketing is built in too. Create email and social campaigns that reach customers whenever and wherever they scroll. As you grow, Shopify grows with you. Handle more orders, expand to new markets, and do it all from the same dashboard. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allies. Go to shopify.com/allies. That's shopify.com/allies. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you so much, and a happy, happy new year to you. All right, before we get into the games part, we got a little new segment here called My One Thing. My One Thing. Everyone, especially now over the holidays, one thing that you were hyped on, a game, a movie, a book, a dinner. Maybe you had a nice dinner. You know, maybe you had a really nice chocolate bar somewhere. Something nice. My one thing. Who wants to start us off? One thing you want to hype up.
I want to have the opposite. Now that you said chocolate bar. Sorry.
Okay.
I just want to say Dubai chocolate overrated. Not worth the price.
Oh, I saw a lot of that at stores and stuff. Like, what is going on, man?
Overrated. Anyway.
What are you even talking about? Just some chocolate came out?
It doesn't. Sorry?
Some chocolate came out and it's not good?
No, Dubai chocolate's been around for a while, but
why
the
now?
last year it's been
trending
gaining popularity.
for some reason, yeah.
So they started carrying it at 7-Eleven, and there's one right by me, and I decided that for Christmas, because they're $20+, I was like, I'll ask for one for Christmas, because it's like Willy Wonka style. It's I'll ask for a chocolate bar or whatever.
Golden
and it was
ticket.
but I forgot it's still milk chocolate at its heart. I don't like milk chocolate. I only like dark chocolate, and I don't really like chocolate. Dark chocolate's good, but I try and avoid a lot of it. But milk chocolate is disgusting to me in most places. Even the good milk chocolate, I don't really like it. So it was already had an uphill battle, but it's pistachio and some kind of a cream. It's tahini, I believe, the cream inside of it, and another flavoring they use. It's very chewy. The texture of it, when you bite in, it's extremely chewy. I was like, "Yo, what the heck?" I thought expecting melt in your mouth thing. It's no, it's you gotta chew. This thing is I don't want to choke. I'm
taffy chewy,
not it was a wafer texture initially, and then it was gooey.
Okay,
not taffy, but gooey. So it was kind of chocolate's like just so easy to chew and like it just melts, right? And even with like nuts or anything in it, it's just like super easy. This took like more effort and it was like a little surprising for chocolate. But otherwise, I don't really like how it wasn't a good combination for me.
Yeah.
But sorry, I completely derailed this.
No,
This was supposed to be something we were hyped about.
Damiani, you.
I was hyped to try it. That's
Exactly.
the thing. I was very hyped to try it.
Damiani,
because it was like so expensive. I was like, yo, I get to try this.
If Easy Allies loves one thing, it's a Damiani food take. So feel free, dude. Please, like, yeah. All right, who's up? Who's next?
I'll go. Sunrise on an airplane.
Sunrise on an air. Is this a game, a movie, or like
no, I mean,
literal
actual,
sunrise?
Literally happened because when we were flying up to Indiana,
yeah,
I was on the window seat. I haven't been on window seats as much lately. You know, even though I do enjoy looking out the window.
Need
but
that aisle seat.
I just like being able to just go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom is helpful. But I was on the window this time, and you know, right when that sun was coming up, I was like. There, I just had the phone. I showed Don some pictures because, like, I took a bunch of pictures and was filming because we were in that spot where there was just like layers of clouds. So there's one top layer and there's another layer below that and there's like another layer below that, and so just the way the light was coming through was crazy in some parts because like at one point it just looked like you're looking at like this giant lava lake because the layer underneath was like bright red, but the layer on top was like still dark, you know.
Yeah.
And then the first shot I got, it's just like this huge like band of like orange light, but then it's still dark enough that you could see the streetlights and stuff of like the city that was below us.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, it was just really cool. And then like we got to a point when we were starting to descend, and so we went through that top cloud layer, and then just bright yellow light lighting up all the clouds on the bottom layer while it was like still kind of like grayness above you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool.
That is
cool moment to be
cool.
looking out the window.
That is so fun.
Shout out to Sky Island in One Piece.
Sky
Stuff is sick.
Who's next?
You are.
I am. My one thing is Rockstar Games over the holidays. As I said at the top, played Red Dead Redemption all the way through and Undead Nightmare. Just peak comfort. That version is really good too. I was just playing the PS5 version that came out with like PS Plus and just runs and looks and it's just so nice.
That's good because we've seen a lot that doesn't happen.
Yes, I think I had like
even from Rockstar.
Exactly. I had one bug where I like got off the horse and John was like floating around. He wasn't like walking. He was just like gliding, floating. I was like, I think I need to reload this. It's like one little thing. The game is it's a timeless masterpiece. Just the story and everything is amazing. I think the middle of it, you know, it's fun to revisit these like seminal masterpieces and to kind of like reevaluate them. I think the middle in Mexico drags only because the primary mission givers like DeSanta and Reyes are the two least interesting characters in the whole game. That's the only reason that part drags is because they're just kind of whatever. Like I don't care emotionally enough about like this kind of psycho and this like doesn't think he's psycho, but he's psycho, you know, it just kind of like whatever kind of drags a little bit. But other than that, like one little note, I'm like, yep, this still holds up. And I just noticed like the mission variety, you know, was way better. Like people always give Rockstar shit for like, you know, oh, you always just end up in a shootout. And it's like, that's not really the case. Like there's so many missions, even in like GTA 5 where you're like, you know, 7 missions will be like the setup for the heist, or like random missions where you're just like towing cars or like stuff like that. Well, there are a lot of missions in Red Dead where you are just on a wagon riding shotgun and people come at you on horses, for sure. But there was even more variety than I remember.
But with that, they didn't do like a whole lot of like weird overhauls or anything like that, right?
No, it's similar to the Xbox port that came out a few years ago. You could play. Everyone was like, "Oh, play it on Series X. It's like the best kind of version now."
But that wasn't like a port, right? You would just like put it in there,
exactly.
And it would,
It would do like the next gen, like, you know, up res kind of an older game.
It's
There's
it's so
trophies in
that,
this version.
That art holds up so well. There's like no, don't mess with it.
Exactly.
Just put it out.
And I hadn't played Undead Nightmare in so long. So that was really, really fun to revisit because I didn't remember anything about it. I will say the ending of that is really abrupt. I was like, what? I'm like, is there more? Is there a true ending? And it's like, no, that's it. And it's like, oh, that's weird. And then I've been playing Bully.
Oh, okay.
Randomly. Bully. And it's fun to see the evolution of their writing because 100% Bully, some problematic shit in there. Definitely. There's some like, ooh, okay. And I think the difference is like one extra degree of like older Rockstar games, a lot of, marginalized, minorities and what have you were the butt of the joke. And I feel like as they've gone on, our main character makes fun of people who make fun of, other people. Like our main character now in Rockstar will be like, no, like, John Marston's a great example of like, like, no, I think you're wrong, buddy. Like, so I feel like it's evolved as time has gone on. So it's fun to compare the writing and like see the passage of time and like see the evolution of it. But yeah, Bully's really fun, albeit a little problematic. So for sure. All right, Isla, you're up.
How about Swedish Afro grunge band Boko Ute?
Sick.
I've been into them lately.
Nice.
Yeah, they're good. Check it out.
Sick. How'd you get into them?
Sophia found them.
Nice. Just randomly, like
I don't know.
Spotify, like pushed it. Because that's how I find a lot of music.
Spotify. We're off Spotify.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the
We're
only
on YouTube Music now, which is maybe a little differently evil. I don't know.
Yeah, the only way I find new music is either like if I'm listening to a song on Spotify and then a new one will come on, I'll be like, oh, what's this? Or just the radio, obviously. But
Sophia says the YouTube algo gifted her with that one.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
The rare instance when the algorithm is helpful. Oh, we
I
love
would say
that.
YouTube Music's algorithm is way better than Spotify's.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Very
It
sick.
recommends things way more interesting.
That's sick. Does Don have any?
He just left.
Oh, okay. Well,
To
there
the
you go.
room, I mean, he's still somewhere, but he's not in here right now.
Yeah. All right, let's get into a few games we played. Bloodworth, you are up with one of the biggest heavy hitters that
Yeah.
I am so excited to just hear your thoughts because I've heard such mixed things. I haven't even played it, which is shocking because it's like, yo, we got a brand new Metroid. We're
Yeah.
talking Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, you're going to keep hearing mixed things.
Okay.
It's hard for me to think about where I would
Wow.
end on this. Maybe it's because it's like Zelda and Metroid are like my favorite series, right? Like, and the Metroidvanias, right? Like,
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I love, being back in a Prime game in first person and exploring these environments and everything like that. But man, there's just been so many things about this game that would just bug me, know, and the way that things are designed and the way that certain choices were made, and just like,
And Blood, this is a franchise you've been playing pretty much since birth. Like, you have always loved Metroid.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. The first game on NES was, tough to get into. You definitely needed the maps by your side.
Yeah.
But like from the Game Boy game on, like I was, in love, and like especially Super Metroid.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things here. That clip there was I was testing out the mouse controls.
Yeah.
And I did go back to I played the game with motion controls.
Oh,
so
okay. You love
as-
motion controls.
I love what they did with Metroid Prime 3, and they did those same kind of controls with this. And it's not quite as tight because the gyro you have to reset kind of every so often.
Yeah.
But they did put it like on a trigger button, so it's not too hard to do so. So not as tight as the Wii remote, but I still prefer to play this game that way. Just
Nice.
very nice to just reflexively shoot at things.
Yeah, Red
Lock
Steel
on
vibes.
when you need to dodge and stuff like that.
I
But
felt like I was fighting the controls, like constantly playing
Shit.
this game. Like I would switch between controller and mouse, like pretty regularly.
Yeah,
but none of it ever felt good.
I was surprised that like I didn't really like the mouse, but I also didn't feel like I was in a good spot for the mouse either.
Yeah,
Anyways, and then hitting the face buttons with your thumb when you're in mouse mode is a little weird.
Oh, okay. I could see that, actually. Yeah, I never even thought of that.
Yeah. But then, so you have this whole thing where, like, you get through this intro, and then Samus is sent off to this other, world, and there's weird things that happen, like, like people referring to her as the chosen one and stuff like that. There's like this. It's rubbing me the wrong way here a little bit. And another thing is like, okay, you get the psychic powers, and there's some things that are kind of cool, where it's like you can kind of like move glyphs around, or like you can like plant a bomb and then like grab it with your psychic powers and then like put it into a slot that's like higher up or whatever. And the control beam that you can kind of wave around, and like it's sort of almost stops time when you're doing that. But then it's just like they do this thing where like every normal Metroid legacy upgrade is like, oh, it's the psychic version now. It's like, oh, here's the psychic spider ball. Here's the psychic boost ball. Here's the psychic, whatever. And I'm just like, it feels a little bit much. Like you could have just said, okay, Samus has psychic powers now, and so when you get this thing, here's what it can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, like here, like you get these platforms, and now like you can jump on them with the psychic boots.
Psychic boots, psychic plasma, psychic barrels.
Like she has a crystal in her head that allows her to do all of these things. You don't need to call everything a psychic this, psychic that. And then I really hate that Samus never speaks in this game. They went backwards. They took a thing out of Zelda and put it into Metroid, and I'm like, what? Samus has been speaking since the Super Nintendo? What is happening right now?
I actually had no idea that was I didn't know she was a silent protagonist in this. What?
Yeah, and it's super awkward because you have this cast of these Federation troopers that you meet along the way. The previews was like really like...
Yeah.
We're worried about Miles McKenzie because he's like kind of goofy and makes dumb jokes. Yeah. He's a geek,
Yeah.
And he's still a little bit whatever, but not as bad as you might think. He is the guy. He is the Navi of the team. So you'll be just like floating around exploring, and he'll be like, "Hey Samus, what if you go over here?" And you're like, "I don't need that right now, but it's not that bad."
Yeah.
And there were actually a couple of times where I'm like, there was like one time where I actually got stuck and had to look up a guide. I'm like, I don't understand what the heck's going on here. Anyways, but you meet these other characters, and there's some really pretty cool characters. Like this older guy, Duke. There is this younger woman named Armstrong, who's like a huge like Samus fangirl.
Armstrong is a top 10 video game character name.
And then
President Armstrong. Senator Armstrong. Yeah.
I feel like this happens like a little bit too late in the game. But there's this one sniper guy who like will be out in the desert, and like you'll see his campfire, and then you like drive up, and like he tells you a little bit about like his home and his family and stuff like that. And so you have like these little character moments. And then Samus is just like little nod.
Whoa.
I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It's like because it went so bad in Other M that you're just afraid of Samus having any kind of character now. It's kind of weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That is so bizarre.
I do really like, though, when she fires a missile close to herself or something, that you see her eyes reflect on the...
They kept in a lot of that stuff. Those, like kind of classic Prime elements.
Yeah.
But the bigger thing that bugs me is just in the world design, because I feel like now like the Souls games and Bloodborne are like the best 3D Metroid maps.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's sort of the thing, right? That like as you're exploring, it's not just that you backtrack. It's that like, oh, you go through this new area, and then eventually you go through a tunnel or something, or up an elevator, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm back here. That kind of like moment of like, I understand how this all pieces together a little bit better.
Yeah.
And this game is just like a wheel. You have the desert in the center, and then you have this area here, this area here, this area here, this area there. So they can never connect in any other way other than that one little gate that goes into them. And so there are some cool things that they do, like there are times when like you'll like, for instance, if there's an old factory that you explore, and when you go into it, the power's all shut down.
Oh, okay.
But then, as you get through it, then you like get the power up,
Put
and
it
then you
online.
go back out the same kind of way that you came, and it's like, oh, it's cool to like see how the levels changed because of whatever happened there, right? But then the downside of that is that there's not a lot of good shortcuts through areas. So late game, when you're like going back and you're trying to like pick up the things that you couldn't get without those power-ups, now you have to like go all the way back through this whole like map to get to that one room and then go all the way back out. So yeah, it's
Dang.
a little things like that where it's
Yeah, and
like
that's-
this is a good game, but it's like not a good Metroid game.
Okay.
You know?
Oh,
yeah, that's a bummer. You know, I mean, for crying
Yeah.
out loud, Metroidvania
Right.
is the genre, right? And, you know, that's a whole nother conversation of like what to expect from a sequel. But, you know, 4 is in the title, Metroid Prime 4. It's not like Metroid fill in the blank. So it's like those expectations are totally valid and justified.
Yeah. There was an interesting interview that came out over the break. It was a Japanese interview with the team, and oddly, it was like didn't name who they were talking to. And so it's like the Metroid team, and like, but they were kind of saying that because of the reboot, because they had already like invested in this stuff with the team that they took it away from, then they were kind of like, well, we don't want to like change too much. Like some of the structure that was like kind of already set up from the beginning, from the like sort of failed version, they sort of had to stick with. So it's kind of like them kind of like having to make the best out of what they had.
Yeah.
Is that the studio that Nintendo just bought? The Bandai Namco?
It might be. I'm not 100% sure who was
I'm not sure
working
if
on
they
it
named
before
them or not.
Retro
That
got
would've
it
been
back.
interesting. Yeah.
So in a weird way, it's like it's not even fully Retro's game, and then like they weren't prepared because a lot of the people that made the Metroid Prime games in the past had moved on to other places, right? And so like they had to hire in people to to make this kind of game again, since the last
Yeah.
few games they made were the Donkey Kong games.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I'm trying to think. Oh, other things that I kind of didn't care for is there's this whole thing with these green crystals. There's like a spot where you like dump them off, but there's like all of these things in the desert, and it's like you've got to like ride your bike into the crystals to smash them. And it's like every sort of time that I did that, like I would miss like one little bit, so I didn't have to like turn around and like, okay, now hit that piece. And there's just too much of it.
Yeah.
I think too, like even some of the things that like we got to make sure we have this in there, like this scanning. It's like I want scanning in a Metroid Prime game.
Fun.
But there was something about it here where it's like I don't feel like I'm getting interesting information out of this, or like I get to a new area and like, oh hey, there's another kind of box to scan, and it's like, yeah, it's still just a box. you have a different, you have
Is
this
it a
box,
psychic box, bud?
no psychic, but it's like, oh okay, here's the box, that like is heat resistant for the volcano. I'm like,
Yeah.
sure, it's still a box.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Having every single thing be scannable, I was like, this is like too damn much, guys. Like,
Yeah, and
on.
it still has some missable scans, and maybe the most egregious thing for me about this, the biggest complaint for the level design, but like, it is a game, and I can't believe they did this with a Metroid game. When you finish the game and you click save, you cannot go back to the game.
Whoa.
You get a thing that like starts a new game. So before you go to the point of no return, which is very clearly labeled.
Okay.
You need
Just
to
be
like
careful.
go to that main menu, copy your save file
Holy
over,
cow.
and then finish the game. Because otherwise, like I had like 99%
Yeah.
items.
Oh my God.
Can't go back.
That's actually
Can't go get that. Figure out what that last item was.
That's
not happening.
That's actually unhinged, blood. Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think what bums me out the most, as I haven't played it, but what bums me out the most, blood, is this whole. I'm still hung up on the silent protagonist. I mean, Samus is an icon of this entire industry.
She was an answer in a crossword puzzle I did today.
That is crazy. Yeah, see? Like there are such few legendary game creators that like people just know, and like Samus is one of the OGs. She goes all the way back. Like this is the time to celebrate that and like take it to the next level, you know? So the fact that she doesn't even speak, it's like you could put any single character in this game by that logic, right? Like, sure, it's Metroid and you're Samus and you're doing
Link.
Samus things, but like,
Yeah.
if you don't talk and have a real personality, if you're just doing like a head nod, she seems pretty interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean, it was more about like her internal monologues, right? Because you didn't really, other than a couple of times, you didn't really have her speaking to other characters, but you had her perspective on like what was going on,
Which is huge.
you know. And here you get the other side of like, oh, how do other people think about her, you know, and react to her? And there's some cool stuff that goes with that. But yeah, there's some other story decisions at the end that is like, why do we do this?
Whoa.
But there's also like, there's some cool stuff. Rather than doing like the beams this time around, they give you shot ammo. And so you switch with this. So you either launch a missile or you launch a different elemental shot. And so there is an ice shot there. There's a fire shot there. There's an electricity shot there. Not very outside of the box.
Mega Man vibes.
But but you can upgrade them as well. Like and you use them. What I also like is you do use them like environmentally to like, you know, turn on power and melt ice and things like that. Yeah, this is the green crystal stuff here. And it's like, it's okay. It's fun to smash things, but then there's just way too much of it by the end of the game.
Yeah. Damiani, it's Metacritic score 78.
78.
7.8. But the user score 8.1. So it's like right there teetering on an 8. Yeah.
Like it's
like right
good
there.
game. It is worth playing.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things like maybe the more attached you are to Metroid, you're going to have more hang-ups.
Sure.
I think some of these things are going to be hang-ups no matter what, though.
Yeah.
This is one of these games where, and I mean, I guess this is less damning than a game I just like dislike outright, you know? Because normally I just put those down with intention. This is one of those games where I played for like 5 hours and then literally forgot it existed. And I like bought this game day one. I love Metroid.
Yeah, you were
I
pumped.
was jazzed, you know? And then I literally just realized like several weeks later, I was like, oh, right, Metroid. I was like,
my gosh.
shoot. Like that's rough.
Yeah. That is rough.
This pack of wolves here that ambushes you.
That actually looks cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool sequence.
Yeah.
And like I said, like some of those other moments that you have that you meet up with people and going back to areas like, you know, after you've kind of completed them and it's like, oh, they've been transformed a little way. Like that stuff is cool, but could have been better.
Definitely, and especially for a Switch 2 holiday game, you know, we've been talking about the sales or whatever, or the slower sales this year, and for a number of reasons, but, you know, this kind of just being okay/good probably has an impact on just kind of the perception of Switch 2, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because you would want this to be like, oh, this is the big thing.
This is the
a
big
good system seller, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, probably not, you know, because Metroid's never been that big of a seller. Yeah. For whatever weird reason. Like even when they're at the top of the game making historical games. Yeah.
Any final takes from anyone? Damiani, you got anything?
Well, I mean, it might be like still a solid game, and from a technical standpoint, it sounds like a lot of people are pretty happy with what it was doing.
Yeah,
on
that's
Switch
true.
2.
It
Like
looks
Yeah,
it looks really
and
good.
runs really pretty well, yeah.
that gives me optimism that like the team behind it, even if like for whatever reason Nintendo is not like pleased with the direction of this game, they see the value still in retro and hopefully like keep utilizing them effectively. Like I'd love to see them combined with maybe like Monolith Soft and see like what those two could come up to together.
That seems like a good collaboration, Damiani.
I mean, it might not be a good collaboration. I don't know, but like that seems to be one of their strengths. But back to Metroid real quick. Specifically, it sounds like a little bit disappointing because so many games got like a Switch update that revitalized like an older franchise by doing something new with it, something innovative, or even for like really well received series that were still ongoing, like Zelda. So did like so many unique things were done with a lot of series. Metroid, we just spent like, we did get Dread, yes, but like for a big
Great
3D
game.
Metroid, we were like, what Prime? What's the crazy hook they're gonna do for this? And it feels like it just has not been. It just never came to fruition with this, despite what they did.
Yeah.
And then there's just some like downer things I'm hearing here and from other people about like the world design, basically. That's the thing I thought they maybe like kind of like push the envelope on, and it sounds like they kind of had to play it a little bit safer and build upon what was already kind of there in the framework. It would have been really nice to have seen them, the team, being able to like just start from do what you want to do, and but it doesn't sound like that was unfortunately the case. So probably what is it, like another example of like someone just having to like come in and like salvaging someone's like work and did the best they could do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I thought?
And in that situation, an 8 is a win. If there's a lot of behind the scenes troubles, or I'll take the 8 if it's versus nothing.
What's funny, Damiani, is in a weird way, I could see that like some of the stuff that they did with Donkey Kong Bonanza being really good fit for Metroid, where it's like rather than just having like a specific gate or whatever, it's like you have different materials and like, oh, when you have the right shot, then you can like just blast through all of this stuff.
I mean, that's on a copium level. My hope was that Metroid this new Metroid would do what Zelda did for like the overworld. This would do for like going down into like subterranean like layers of a planet. Because that's like what Metroid's always been about, is going down into the planet and seeing like the different environments in there. I'm like, and Donkey Kong I was like, as I played through Bonanza, like I never really said it, but I was like, damn, this is kind of like, in essence wise, is like what I wanted to sort of, I mean, not literally, because you just literally just keep going straight down, but like having branching areas that connected and like different biomes under the surface, but like the tools you use to get there, like craft, that part of Bonanza as well. It's like, but Samus would have to use like special tools, as you said, to like, this is too tough of material, you have to go find this weapon to pierce through this layer and stuff like that. And it's like, dang, unfortunately, the best we get is like Bonanza, which is excellent, and then the underground area and Tears of the Kingdom that I still don't like the depths.
I like it, but it's okay.
All right, thank you, Blood. Great. Next up, the highest reviewed game of the year, Hades 2. I have been beyond addicted, more than addicted, like unhealthy levels of playing this game, and Silksong as well. I feel like Silksong and Hades 2 together is one of like the greatest duos of all time. I'm not even exaggerating.
Because you're trading back and forth on them.
Yes.
Right?
So I'm in the like post game of Silksong now, and then I'm in the like nearing the end of Hades 2. Haven't hit credits because there's quite a bit, which we'll get into. But wow, it is Hades 1 perfected. So at the outset, it's really familiar and similar. You're Melinoe, Hades' daughter. And the premise of the game, no spoilers, the premise of the game, the very beginning, the start, you are trying to rescue Hades because Kronos, the god of time, has taken over Tartarus. And you have to stop Kronos. That's like the main goal. Really similar to Hades 1 in the sense that you have your hub area. This time it's called the Crossroads, and it's like a forest. It's really, cozy, versus like Hades 1 was like the House of Hades, right? Yeah. This time it's like you're in this little forest. There's like a pool area. And then you go on runs. This is the roguelite of all roguelites, where each run is different depending on what gods are helping you with. Those are the boons, the power-ups. Every time you go into a new area, you'll get like, sometimes you'll get a choice of like, okay, what boon am I going to get? What power-up am I going to get? You can decide,
Yeah, you get Zeus, you get lightning stuff.
Exactly.
You get Poseidon for the water.
Love the water stuff. Water does like knockback damage, right? So that all changes run to run. But what has been absolutely perfected, and Hades 1 to me was already perfect. This is like perfecting perfection, is the roguelite progression. It is unbelievable. And it never feels overwhelming. It never feels tedious. There's always like so many things to get. So every single time you go on a run, win or lose, or whatever you decide to do, you are being rewarded for it. And I always say, when you have the best of both worlds, when you have like incredible progression on top of addicting gameplay, when both of those things are married together, where it's like, dude, I don't even care about the progression. I'm just going to go like slash monsters. Like, wow.
Yeah.
It's just like one more run because I want to get the next upgrade, but also one more run because it's like, oh, I can get further. I can like, I'm going to use this weapon, because it does one of my favorite things too, where it's like, depending on what weapon you use, you can get different bonuses. There's just like too many things to even list. You have your heirlooms.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
and
like you get just as you go on runs, like it keeps like putting on like another little layer, another little twist.
Now, why Hades 2 to me is superior to 1, and it's going to be really, really hard to ever go back. Melanoe rules, obviously. She's amazing. But in Hades 1, you would beat it. You would beat your first run, and then it's like, okay, do that like 10 more times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I never actually ended up doing that.
Yeah, I did it like 4 or 5
something like that, yeah.
And I just got like so burnt out because of that. And like you would keep getting a little more story, sure, but it like wasn't meaningful enough to grind out the same 3 or 4 environments over and over and over and over and over again. Like you could play Hades 1 forever, and it's fun. I played it earlier this year. I went back to Hades 1. I knew 2 was coming to console. I'm playing on Switch 2, by the way. Handheld mode primarily, actually. I was talking about that battery life with Dawn earlier. It's rough.
Yeah.
But the reason it's so good is because this time there's 2 ways to go.
Yeah.
You can go up to Olympus, totally different areas, totally different monsters, totally different storyline going on, or you can go down into the depths. Depending on where you go, you choose which run you want to do. It's like, all right, I'm going to go down this run. I'm going to go up this run. They offer completely different upgrades. They offer completely different resources to gather. And the story never stops in the best way. I don't want to give anything away, but like every time you think this game has done it all, and every time you think you're done, something exciting and new happens that completely shakes it up. You get like a completely different way to play the game. The characters' bonds are back. You can give them different items to like increase your bond. There's like not necessarily hidden side quests, but it's just like, it just feels so much more grounded and like lived in. A character will reference something, and I'll think to myself, because there's no like quest log really, just the fates, the task of the fates to like get bonuses. But a character will be like, yeah, like this character really bothered me because of what they did in the past. And it's like, I want to go find that character now that I know this. Sure enough, when you find that character, they'll probably have a little conversation about it. Then you'll learn some new piece of information. Then it's like, if you go find the other person again, it's like these continual storylines that drip feed you in such a satisfying way. Like I have beaten the final boss of this like 5 or 6 times now, and I'm still getting so much more stuff. I have like new endgame goals. I have like other characters' bonds that I can grow. I have more powers to unlock. Like, it is so fun, and every weapon is so fun. You get like your spear. They have different aspects. Like the first game, you could completely change how they function.
Like you got like 5 or 6 different weapons, but then each of them has like a bunch of different,
like 3 or 4 aspects of it. So you get like the polearm staff. You get the iconic like on the box. It's like her with her dagger and sickle. That's out of control, like fast. There's the 2-handed axe that is like insane amounts of damage, but literally the slowest attack of all time. You better not miss. There's the skull that you can like shoot out these skulls.
Yeah, the skull is crazy.
And then you have to like pick them back up though. It's like ammo. It's like you shoot them out, but you got to get them.
Right, but sometimes you can get that boon that like you don't have to pick them back up. They come back to you.
I love that boon. Yes, bud. And then the last one is like some insane like mech suit. It's like, what even is this?
I don't think I've gotten to that
That's
yet.
like, one of the final ones you get. Yeah, and it's just like, you always have the best little carrot, whether it is a narrative carrot or a progression upgrade carrot. You always have a little bit of carrot to strive for, on top of like, it's just so fucking fun to play. It's so fun. The music is back to being one of the best soundtracks of the year. All the characters are so awesome. It's just a can't miss game. Do not miss it. It's like $25. I bought it on sale on Switch 2 Christmas Day. It was like $22.50. And it's, again, just like Hades 1, you could technically play this for 100 hours or more. Like, it is so beefy, but you never feel that, and that's such a nice balance to have of it's
to feel
this
like you're
big
doing something that you can just drop in and like have a light little run.
blood. Damiani, you'll be happy about this. I've been playing handheld mode in bed.
There you go.
Yeah,
If
Switch
this game's
hype.
converted- I mean, this game's powerful. If it's converting Hubert into doing all these things he never does.
I know. Because I'm always
what
like,
the heck?
yeah, Damiani.
We'll get Huber or Rogally and see what happens.
I'll get in bed and
Broccoli.
I'll get in bed and I'll be like, all right, just one more run, one quick run. Because then there's these chaos trials too. Those are only like 10 or 15 minutes to do. Those give you a whole separate thing of resources.
Because a run, like if you're actually doing well, it can take a
45
while.
minutes on average will be like the maximum if you go all the way.
Okay.
It's usually about 30 or so minutes for a run. Yeah. And the balance too is so fun because you'll go on it's equally as fun to be on a run fighting, and then when you get back from a run, all the characters have something new to say. You have new things to craft, just new things to explore. You can get like cosmetic upgrades all around, just like the first one. You could like upgrade your whole hub area. It is a masterpiece. It is so fun. It is
Didn't wear out its welcome after 50 hours.
No, because like I said, the first one, Damiani, I felt the fatigue after, where it was like, dude, I don't want to fight the bone hydra. I don't want to go through this again just for like 1 or 2 not even like 90 seconds of new dialogue. Like, you think this is over and it's like, nope, credits aren't rolling yet. There's still just like so much to do. And like the narrative implications for like having to repeat your runs. I mean, we can all think of, Kronos, the god of time, as the boss. So, there's some stuff there. But wow.
There's our skulls here.
Yeah, just so good. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Even if, you love the first one, but maybe you're just like, oh, I'm kind of Hades'd out. It's like, no. Like, this is perfection. Oh, it's so good.
Good to hear.
Yes. All right, Isla, so hyped for this. Big Hops.
Big
Yeah.
hops.
Yo. The jolliest looking game, like
If YouTube will let me show it to you, there we go.
one of the jolliest looking games I've seen in a minute. Tell us all about Big Hops.
Yeah, so this game is a surprise to me, dude. It is like
Cozy as shit.
the second I hopped in, I was just like, oh, okay, this feels really good to play.
You hopped.
I hopped in. Oh my god. I didn't even realize. It feels like it's like a classic. It's also like, I don't know. I'm not super great at platformers, and this has some hard stuff in it. I think that you guys, especially like Damiani, like, because I know you love getting like real intricate with some of these inputs. Like, there's some stuff in here where I'm just like, okay, how do you get to that?
Yeah.
And it has a fun
Love
kind of
that.
narrative. It's sort of like irreverent without seeming like edgy. Like, it's not like Conker's Bad Fur Day. It's like
Yeah.
it's still like
It's mature but like
family
classy.
appropriate, but yeah, it's classy. And like, there's stuff where you're just like, I don't know about this guy. Like, something's up. Like there are kind of interesting characters in it, but the world is really cute and really fun, and like Oh, that ability I need to get.
Oh yeah. They threw an apple and then they launched to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many different interactions with. Like there are. Like in the footage we're seeing right now, they're throwing fruits and stuff that'll do things. But like you can throw some that'll be like a bounce pad. You can throw some that are like they'll grow up a little beanstalk, and then you can jump to that. But yeah, it has like the jump dash kind of move, and it has if you're running and you jump and slide and then jump and slide and jump and slide, you'll like gain momentum. And I was trying over and over to do this race. And I am not good at that. I'm not good at doing that.
Those are stressful.
Yeah, but it's really cute. It's cool. So if you like challenging, exploration-y platformers, yeah, they were doing that run and jump tech there in the footage.
I could never nail that in Tropical Freeze, the like roll jump thing. That was always so hard.
This is cool though, and it has like neat traversal puzzles, fun characters.
Lots of tongue wagging.
Lots of tongue, yeah. Lot of if you like tongue, this is a game for you.
Yeah.
Frog tongue.
I mean, because there's parts of it that reminds me a little bit of the Yoshi tongue in Mario Galaxy 2.
It's got a little nub at the end, yeah.
But there's so many other things that they're doing with it. It's pretty neat. Yeah, to like latch on to like a wheel and spin it, or to use the lock picking thing.
There's a lot you can do with the tongue, yeah.
It's really cool.
It's a free demo on Steam right now.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
the game comes out. They were nice enough to send it a little early. It comes out on the 12th.
Yeah,
nice.
Monday.
Monday. But there is a demo, and it's really. I like this game. It's hard. it's maybe it's one of those times where it's like I was getting, like embroiled in challenge stuff like really early because I went into like a challenge zone and I was just killing myself to try to do it. And then
That's
it's
Bloodworth
like,
core.
maybe I'll get an ability later that'll make this trivial or something. You know, like bring an item in a backpack that'll make this easy peasy. But it seemed doable. You know.
Yeah.
I was like but yeah, no, this is a winner. I like this one so far.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you play Steam or PS5?
PS5.
Okay, so we have a Steam code left if somebody wants that.
Looks really fun. We always want more 3D platformers, right, Damiani?
Oh, yes.
The more the merrier.
ones because they're not that easy to make. They're not easy.
That's awesome. And it sounds like a winner, Isla. Sick.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Hell yeah.
And I hate everything.
Next up, lastly, Damiani.
Oh, yeah,
Here we go. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. You played the demo.
Yeah, that demo that dropped yesterday on everything it's coming out on. I played it on PC, played it 1440p, 120 frames, max settings. So I will say, like, I want to get this out of the way. I think it looks really good.
Okay.
I was not bothered by anything in it whatsoever. I thought like everything looked good. Music was fantastic. I thought the presentation of like the world map looked really awesome. If there's only thing I'd want more is like the opening movie, which is like definitely pre-rendered or rendered at higher resolution than they can do in the game. Be like, man, one day it'd be nice to look like that, but like with everything that's going on, like it's okay.
Yeah.
Shoot for what you can do, and like this game looks very good for what it is. And I understand people who maybe are put off by some of the choices they made for the visual aesthetic, but for me, I don't have any gripes. Like maybe there's some moments where like Kiefer looks like it's a little jarring maybe here and there, but otherwise like your self-titled protagonist and Mirabelle, your childhood friend, I think they look completely fine, and all the other characters and the monster, like the highlight is like the monster like models, like they look so good in this. Like
is Kiefer the Prince Charming from Shrek looking guy? Okay.
Yes. And I want to ask, maybe I'm wrong, but one of the characters, I think it's him. Is it the same voice actor as Kate Sith from Rebirth?
Ooh,
because when they're doing the narration at the beginning, which I think is Kiefer, I was like, I had to do a double take. I was like, is that Kate Sith just doing a slightly different accent? I was like, sound like anyway, voice acting I thought was very nice. I thought the soundtrack for besides like the awesome Dragon Quest theme, just the music, having like it be like orchestrated, very nice pieces in there. The very surprising thing about this, though, I will say, is it is a very immersive, slow building game, because this demo is just
slowest
it's the beginning of the game.
of all
You are
time.
just thrown in the beginning of the game, and they are like world building. You are on an island, and you are these you are told that your island is like the only thing in the world. There's nothing beyond the sea. It's the sea and nothing. It's like Moana almost, I think, is the premise of Moana as well, where it's like there's just nothing out there. It's just you and nothing else. You're isolated, and of course you, the self-titled protagonist, and you're the prince of the kingdom, Kiefer, are like childhood friends. You are enacting this plan to build a ship and leave the island because you don't believe it's true. You're like, there's got to be something out there. So you're getting ready to go on an adventure. So like, kids ready to go on an adventure. It was like, obviously I'm like watching One Piece right now. So I was like, yeah, here we go. It's like One Piece, except they're not pirates. But like, I didn't realize like how involved, like it's an island, but like it's decently sized. Like the world map view, it's very like chibi, small presented. Like think like old school world maps in RPGs, but rendered out a little bit more nicely. But once you're in them, like villages or dungeon environments, like they're rendered out a little bit nicer. And even though it looks like it's like top down or isometric at some points, you can always rotate the camera. I was like, thank you. Like very nice. Like I really appreciated that. But it's so slow paced in the beginning because they're like getting you to know the characters, getting to know like the environments, like setting up the story. I don't think it was like around the hour mark before I had my first anything of combat. It wasn't even like a tutorial before that point. It was like, this is it. I was like, do I fight anything? Because I'm walking around the island world map. I'm like, are there random encounters? Are there like enemies? So there are enemies when you do eventually have combat on the world map. Enemies will show up. You can like sneak up on them, initiate an attack with your character to engage battle. You'll do like a little bit of damage, and then sometimes you have a chance to like surprise the enemy, and like you get like a tactical advantage. Sometimes if you let them come up on you, they get to go first. It's just who goes first. It's nothing really more than that. And then in like dungeon environments, there was like one time there was like a random encounter. I don't know if it was like a specific event, but even in dungeons there are monsters you can see as well, and it functions the same way. So it is turn-based combat. Just like you would expect from Dragon Quest.
And one of my favorite things, Damiani, you get to see the attacks. I always love that.
Everything's like rendered out. Yep. They have if you like auto battle, if it's like stuff for medial things. Although if you get too powerful, when you sneak up on an enemy and whack it, or just approach it and whack it with like whatever weapon you're using, it will just kill it and give you like minimal experience and gold and all that. So like you don't have to like grind out like low level fights. Eventually, like they will let you just like bypass them, which is kind of like a nice thing to do.
For sure.
There's definitely like some puzzle solving elements and a lot of exploration. So like the slow pace at the beginning was kind of offset by like these villages, and there's a castle I went to. There's a small seaside village where you start off. I explored a lot of that. It wasn't too much to explore there initially. Then I went to like the first major village. There's a little bit more to explore. They're like, the mini medals are back again. So I was like, I got to start collecting those now. No casino yet. I know they confirmed it's not in it, but they're like, sometimes they're like coming across like a character, and they like, I imagine they're going to like have like requests or something like that, maybe like a little bit further into the game. But they also had like puzzles in some of the dungeon like environments. They were very light though. There was one where you had to like move objects in a cave with like a light source to cast the shadow, and you had to make a slime, and like the two things you're pushing around clearly made like the bulk of the slime, like the outline, but then there was like a slit in the middle, and I was like, oh, you just walk up to the spot and you make the shadow. I was like, oh, okay, a tiny little clever part, but nothing to like there was like pushing same colored crystals into each other to destroy them, and you had to like hit the right ones in a sequence to make a bridge lower down so it'd be flat so you could walk across it. So it's like almost like Pokemon-esque. Like I think I saw these puzzles first like in Pokemon games, or push a boulder the right way. It's nothing more complex than that. But there's like a little tiny things along the way when I wasn't even fighting in the earlier parts that gave me like the sense of exploration, and a lot of like talking to people, and obviously the grind, Huber's favorite thing, economy, because I want better gear, because I know know in Dragon Quest games, they make it hard to get that gear, but if you get it, it makes such a big difference. So I spent a lot of time once I could fight getting that, or even just exploring, breaking everything. Because give me that bag of gold. Give me that bag. I got one that had like 50. I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's been the thing for me with these remakes is that. I'm not really looking to get like XP, but I want that gold.
Need that item.
Exactly.
Because everything in that shop.
You can save for like hours, and then it's like, okay, what one weapon do you want to buy? That's all you get. It's like, oh my god.
Now for difficulty, they have like I think 4 presets, but they also have a option. I don't know if you guys got to encounter this, but it's in the demo. You can just modify everything. You can just pick custom, and any of the things that are adjusted in each of the difficulty settings, you can adjust those. So you can make everything hard, but make like enemies hit weak or something.
Yeah, we were on a save file they had set up for, so I don't think we messed around with that kind of thing.
But with the HD remakes, Damiani, and the older in 11 as well, the draconian difficulty is that one there as well? Did you see that?
So there was. I'm going to boot it here in just a second because I forget if they had draconian, but they also said like you could change it at any point, which I thought draconian you got locked out. I thought if you picked a draconian and you backed out, you couldn't go back up to it. Yeah. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I'll double check that while we're still talking.
I think that's the case for 11, but maybe not the HD 2D remakes. Cannot confirm, but I think that might be the case.
Okay. Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is that there was a part. So the big part of this game, like the hook is you eventually come across like a shrine after you solve like this puzzle, or this quest basically for it, and you warp to another island. It's like you don't realize where you are first. You realize it's like another world, and then you like find out it's like another island, but it was like apparently in the past. And then when you come back from your adventure, you like return to your world. That island appears on your world map, and then like you get a ship and you go sail to it, but it's present day version of it, and that's kind of like where they leave you is like you collect these different color fragments, and when you arrange them in the shrine and make like a map and complete it, you open a portal to that world or island, I guess they should call it. I don't know if they're all islands, and I don't know if they're all different time periods, but they leave you with like you can collect the green ones and the red ones, and then like when you go back, the demo's like, sorry, like come back, because like, no, what are the other worlds? Like I want to see that, and then like there's other doors that like open below, and I'm like, they send you to random, like one opened and sent me to a random beach. I was like, is this the beach on my island? I was like, wasn't sure. So it looked like I had an option to pick the red or the green world next, and I'm like, oh,
the blue pill or the red pill?
Yeah, like are there going to be more choices like this where you get to pick which direction you want to go? And obviously, you're gonna have to do all of them, but like I do like that simple choice of I want to do this one first rather than this one first, and then like you get like a slightly different experience. Combat though, real quick, I did say there's like auto battle. It's very standard Dragon Quest. Like you have your levels, you have like a profession level as well. Like you like the Kiefer's princeliness or something, and like you get more stars. It like unlocks.
Yeah, that's new. That's new, Damiani.
You are Fisher. Your self-titled protagonist is the fisherman, and then Mirabelle is like mayor.
You can multi-class this time around too to make sure the XP goes up quicker, because you can have 2 jobs at once.
I didn't get to mess with that at all. There was nothing of that in the demo, unfortunately. So I want to point out I didn't get to mess with that, but like it is they are showing the basics of that right there. There were like the skills you learn as you level up those jobs and those different professions. They did have like a super enemy on one of the maps. It did warn you that like it dropped a special type of accessory, like a type of like metal that the boss was it was like the hardest fight in the demo. It was just like this like not the traditional golem, but it was like this weird dark colored enemy. Like I don't remember what it looked like. It had like a hammer too. It was a marathon. I was like, am I supposed to do this now? But otherwise, like boss battles, I felt like I played on normal difficulty, Huber.
Yeah.
I would probably crank it up
Definitely.
one more level.
Oh yeah,
Dragon Quest
especially
on-
with these Dragon Quest remakes. Like,
on
you
normal-
think you need
Yeah.
to crank them.
Yeah,
I would
on
start on
normal,
normal
the
till you
only
get-
time you'll hit a roadblock is like maybe a boss will get you, and then it's like, okay, let me try a little harder next time, and you'll get it.
Yeah.
The remedial enemies on normal is just like spam attack. You don't even need to use any other attacks other than
It was-
regular attack.
Well, auto battle, I set them to go crazy. They were using all kinds of spells. The ones I did that
But
way,
one of the
I was
things, too,
burning through
with
my MP.
The way
pretty quickly.
they're set up is like, when you level up, like you get a full heal.
Yeah.
So it's just like you don't even have to go back to town.
it is.
Yeah,
True.
like that is an option you can choose after if you really struggle with the game. You could after each battle, you could have it refill your HP and MP fully. I probably would not recommend that if you're like used to any kind of RPG that this like, kills any kind of like sense of like tension.
Yeah.
But yes, like I knew when I was getting close to a level, I'm like, oh, go all out on this fight because like I'm just gonna get it back. But the one thing they did do is there's I wasn't sure how you actually track it in the combat, but every now and then your character will like have this like sparkling glow and get like it looks like they're about to do like a super attack.
Yeah, we talked about that in the preview.
Unlocks, it unlocks their like latent ability. And for like the prince, it's like crits. You'll land more crits. For the self-titled whatever you name your protagonist, it's like a shield. It's called Ocean something, and like it grants you like immunity to like one hit.
I think that
believe.
those change with classes too, Damiani. When you get different jobs.
And then Mirabelle could like discern the enemy's elemental weakness and would cast that spell, and it'd be like like more potent against that enemy.
Yeah.
And it only like the thing is I wasn't sure how to tell because sometimes it'd be like the last enemy like very little health would trigger. I'm like because like it resets that at that point. It carries over between like the effect doesn't carry over, but whatever the meter that's measuring it, I think carries over between battles. But it like I wonder where they're gonna go with that. If that's and what other like benefits you get from doing that. And then I didn't get to see any like real like side quests. There weren't any like real side quests in this like the other ones have. And then while there were environmental areas to explore, like the castle had a lot of like hidden areas, but they were mostly like story locked. Versus it wasn't me figuring out how to get through them. It was like you just got to advance more in the story to go down to like this dungeon area. I do hope as you unlock more islands and the world gets bigger, and because you have a ship, I hope there's more time to like freely explore and maybe come across things. Because the 3, I haven't played 1 and 2 yet, but 3 had a ton of that, and I really enjoyed that about it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we are in a little bit of a golden age with Dragon Quest, considering we got 3, 1, 2, and now potentially 7 is going to be another big hit. Obviously, 12, it's comforting having this kind of influx because of the problems with 12. Back in, I think it was like September, they said they were having difficulties with 12. Yuji Horii like talked about it. He's like, yeah, we're having some difficulties. We can't really talk about the specifics, but, please still be excited. But in the meantime, when that's all we can really hope for is like if one of our favorite franchises is kind of like, taken a while, that we get these other experiences within it. So, having Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3, and 7, like that's a lot. That's really cool.
Huber, I have one quick question for you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't play 1 and 2, which take place after 3.
Yeah.
Is 7 after 1 and 2 then, or is that?
I don't think they're connected at that point at all.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 11 are connected. Because remember at the end of 11. Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest music started blasting as I had to reinstall it. I was like, holy crap. Let me just see.
If they are connected, it's like in the Final Fantasy sense of like you see a lot of similar monsters
like you get kind of like
and
the ancient hero kind of reference.
The legend.
Okay, Huber, the difficulties are easygoing, happy medium, tough going. Those are the 3 presets. Whoa. And then set freely. So maybe it's not in the demo draconian. So I don't know if they're going to actually add it or not.
Interesting. Cool.
I have an answer about your Kate Sith.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Amazing.
So in English, the Kiefer, according to the website behindthevoiceactors.com, cool, because IMDb didn't have it.
Shout out.
In English, the voice actor of Kiefer is Rolly Botha, and they don't seem to have any other credits. In English, Kate Sith is Paul Tinto. No relation to anything. But in Japanese, some interesting things. The voice of Kate Sith is a character in Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Daisaku Minami, as well as like a billion anime things. But most interestingly, the voice of Kiefer is the Japanese voice of Mario in the Mario movies.
Whoa.
Mamoru Miyano. So he's the Japanese Chris Pratt, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's that.
Crazy. Also, this year is the 40th anniversary for Dragon Quest. So expect
There we
something. Maybe
There we go.
finally we'll see a little bit of 12. Hopefully. But in the
something.
in the meantime, if
Just
you
show us. It's fine. If you need more time, just show us.
Yeah, just a little another tease or a
With that
taste.
vertical slice.
Yeah, but either way, in the meantime, we've got 3, 1, 2, and 7 to keep us all busy. So, very cool. All right, it is time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
Respect.
Alrighty, from Jerry Young. Hi, allies. I'm currently going through my first Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge in Fire Red. Hanging on by a thread, but it's been such a fun way to replay Pokemon. Have you ever tried any challenge mods or special run rules in any of your favorite games?
Yep. It was like a few years ago. First time I tried was it A Link to the Past randomizer.
Sick.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
Very cool.
It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I've done randomizers in Elden Ring and Souls games before.
Fun.
I'm playing through Seamless Co-op Elden Ring with my friend Jack right now.
That's so cool.
Yeah, which is easier, not harder.
Still
Right.
such a cool way to play. That's
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
great.
Especially after you've like beat it and played it
Yeah.
forever.
And my cooldown is like Night Rain whet my appetite
Yeah.
again, but I want to play it differently, and my memory of Elden Ring is faded enough now that I'm
Yeah.
like, although I was pretty specifically like, I need to go into this dungeon for something. And I was like, all right, she sells spells. Got it. Like, yeah.
Bloodworth?
I can't think of anything like that really that I've you know just like kind of that weird like mix it up mods or even they're saying like challenge modes. I don't know.
I've tried to do like knife only runs in Resident Evil, but it never works out well.
Right.
I learned from GDQ that Claire is actually better at the knife
Nice.
in 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Remake.
I always remember her knife in Code Veronica. It hits like numerous times.
Yeah.
It was the first time in a
Yeah.
Resident Evil game where I was like, whoa, the knife is good. Code Veronica, for
That's
sure.
true. Chad points out that we've all played crowd control, and that
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
that's
definitely a
fun.
challenge mode.
great call.
Oh God, I've played a lot of
You're a snake now.
yeah, or Vermintide. Vermintide 2 with Twitch integration
that's
is a
so
hellscape.
Yeah.
And that's
fucking
so
insane.
fun. Every time we bring that up, we want to play it. We need to
Yeah,
play
I
more. We
love
need
Vermintide. I gave up waiting for Steam Machine and I hooked my computer up to my TV. So
Nice.
Nice.
whatever.
Does Steam Machine have a date?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I think
Got
just
it.
this year.
Got it. We should take bets on the price. That is so fun.
And if they'll reveal what they wanted it to be priced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have to figure out like when. Yeah, like how is that bet when we don't know what the target date is?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you just lock them in now. A little bonus. Next time. All right. From Chris Irely. Happy New Year, allies. Just a simple question for Huber and Don. What did you guys think of Avatar Fire and Ash? Never heard / seen your takes of it, so curious how it landed for you guys. Personally, it was my least favorite by far.
Ooh.
Just felt like they took the first 2 movies, spliced them together, and added some forgettable Fire Navi to try to keep it fresh. Came away disappointed after really enjoying the verse 2. Wow. I'll go really quickly. I loved it the first time I saw it, and now I'm obsessed after the second time I saw it. Second time was even better. First time, maybe the pressure of it, it's like so high stakes for me. It's just like you go into the theater and it's high stakes also. It's just like, all right, here we go, Avatar. Like I had a little bit of a pressure maybe. So seeing it again, just being able to like fully relax and settle into it, like second time was so magical. Dawn?
Yes, I had a similar experience to part 2, Huber, in that in this way. I
Two
came
grew on me too. Yeah.
with I felt like it was like, I had lowered my expectations. I was just expecting it to be a little rough or something. And then I was like, my expectations were so far exceeded, it wasn't even funny. This one, I came in even with a little more of that. Like, okay, here we go with number 3 now. Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be like a little lighter, a little thinner, a little less depth to it, but visual masterpiece, whatever. And also, I had heard a little bit of rumblings. I tried to stay away from the reviews, but it was hard to completely avoid the headlines, at least, which kind of referred to what we saw here in the comment was like more of the same was the kind of thing. The vibe I was getting from it. So I came in not nervous, but with expectations in check. And once again, they were completely blown to smither frickin' reams. This take here, I respect it, but I do not understand it at all. This was so far from the experience I had in this theater. This movie, once again, exceeded my expectations, not because it's a visually stunning spectacle masterpiece like you've never seen before, which it is, but because of the plot and the story and the characters were once again like, holy crap, well developed, well thought out. Mm-hmm. It went so much more than I expected in every direction of a story. You want to talk about a satisfying, sweeping epic. Yep. I mean, I was worried about being in the theater for 4 hours. It was non-stop entertainment, like so entertaining. It was pure movie magic for 4 hours, just joyous movie magic. These characters continue to evolve, Huber.
Yes.
They continue to change.
I love
the story is not just like...
It's my family.
Yeah. Dude, the villains, I thought, were so far from just being whatever little fire that they referred to her as. I thought it was like unbelievably powerful and emotional, not just Quaritch and what he's going through as a bad guy, but then this union he's having...
The family units.
My goodness, it's like, talk about letting you not, to understand a little bit of the villain. And it's not just this villain that's doing evil. I feel like we're understanding more and more and more, and you don't know where this journey's going to end up. And I'm getting more and more curious for all the characters, including Spider.
James Cameron strikes me as an empathetic human being. And that comes off in these movies. Like, I want to be put in these people's shoes. Like you were saying about Quaritch and stuff. Like, you're so right. It just comes off. Like, it's good. It's good. My God.
Yeah. I thought it was excellent. It was so excellent. So unbelievably entertaining. Just like stunning to look at visually.
Yeah.
And I just love there were a couple of moments in the whole movie. Like, it wasn't a flawless movie in every single sense. There were a couple of critiques I could think of for sure. Story-wise and character-wise even. There were moments, there was like a couple scenes,
More than the sum of its parts.
Right. But overall, it far exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's just so heartfelt.
So much.
It's so heartfelt. I think you and I, Don, always, I think the biggest thing why like we get so like emotional about it is because there's such a pessimism from some people about it. Just like, Avatar, it's gonna flop. It's not the not culturally relevant part, and it's like there's so many other big sloppy corporate franchises, and this still feels like an auteur telling his story. It feels like a $1 billion indie movie sometimes. Because it's like from the mind of this one. It's like it exists somehow within the giant studio system, but it is also removed from it.
Yeah.
Unlike Star Wars and Marvel and others, like it still feels like an auteurship. So
yeah, and I would argue that the series is getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
I would argue that the first Avatar by far to me felt way more like just sort of generic. It had a lot of tropes in it we'd seen before. It had a lot of science fiction stuff we had basically seen before. I mean, in many, many ways, the first Avatar is the least original, and it feels like it's going into more and more of its own.
Really digging the spiritualness.
Yes.
Like
its heart is so
the combination
in the right
of
place.
science and like faith and belief and spirituality in this is just like
it is beautiful.
It is
and a movie pushing
It
this
is.
kind of just themes too. I just don't. It's hard for me to imagine how anyone could not like it. And the things that where it
I
did
understand, but also I disagree.
Yeah,
But
I disagree.
understand.
Respectfully disagree. I mean, the places where it did retread, like familiarities, where you're like, I'm here again in this giant flying scene with the Ekrons, and what is this? Just another flying scene with the Ekrons?
Yeah.
Like, gosh, I would have to be so. I don't know what the word is to feel that way. It was just like, oh my God, I'm here again.
Yeah.
And it felt good. And it was like wonderful and magical. And you're like, yes, like, I don't know, it didn't feel like it was retreading. You're just like, yes, I'm back. And it feels more and more real because every time you're there, it's like another expanded view of that thing.
Yeah. I did think that this one would have maybe been the one that gets the non-believers to become true believers. But that hasn't been the case, and I totally get it. Of like, I feel like if you don't like 1 and 2, you're not gonna like this. But if you love 1 and 2, you're also gonna love it. I did think this had the potential to really shake minds, but after I saw it, I was like, okay, I don't think it's gonna be the one to really like get people that have totally disliked it originally to like all of a sudden be fully on board. So that's where I think the more of the same things are coming from, Don.
Yeah.
That take of like, it is a lot of more of the same in the sense that if you like or don't like the previous ones, like, it's not really going to shake you up. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so sick.
Yeah.
Great question, obviously. We'll talk about Avatar
thanks
for
the
days.
question. Thanks for the question.
Isla said, we're trying to figure out the meetup situation.
Oh, right.
But nobody's really offering the opportunity to rent out a theater with Avatar, so we're still in a holding pattern
I've
because...
been looking.
What's up?
I've been looking, but
Yeah.
we might just have to like buy some bulk tickets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 20 tickets or something.
Exactly, yeah. So we are still 100% on board for that. We're just trying to get the full logistics
Or we'll
worked out.
pivot. I mean, I guess we could put up like a poll or something.
Yeah.
We could pivot to doing like just playing the Avatar game or something. Like,
We'll see what the patrons want.
yeah,
but
we'll see. Cause
Yeah.
what I like about that is that it would get people more involved who aren't in LA.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the meetup would only benefit 20 people, whereas streaming something would benefit
That's a great
20 or
great
30, however many viewers we get.
Great point. Avatar. Now the slow wait till 2029, Avatar 4, and 2031, Avatar 5.
Wow.
We settle in to the wait. From the one, the only Alexander Zirianov. Hello, allies. During the holidays, I've showed Keeper
Nice.
to my parents who don't play video games. There were a couple of moments when I didn't remember what to do and had to spend a minute or two to figure out the next step. While it wasn't much of a challenge for me, my parents were very impressed that I was able to guess what needs to be done, and it was because they don't know the language of video games. Light, camera movement, animations, environmental details. I was using all of this for guidance, while in the eyes of my parents, I was just going in a random direction and by sheer luck stumbling on the right path. Modern games do a very good job of teaching new players how to play them, including such basic things as movement controls and the concept of health. But I can't think of a game that teaches players the meaning of yellow paint or that you should go forward after a cutscene. At the same time, I'm not sure the language of art should be explained inside the art itself, as such formalization would make the art less personal and less open to interpretation. What do you think about all of this? So, just about the way the games are kind of leading you along.
Visual.
The language of...
Yeah.
I mean, I think that with this kind of situation, there's a different part of your brain that's engaged if you're watching versus playing. And I think that's even
100%.
I think that's even emphasized if you're not a normal player. Like if you play video games all the time and you watch somebody, it's like on Twitch, it's easy to backseat them, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't play video games and you're watching somebody, then, maybe you're not, watching closely enough to follow those cues, and to see what's happening. Because that is why things are designed these ways, is it's supposed to be like, this is just where your eyes naturally land, right? Like they're talking about a light. It's like, oh, there's a light over a door. Maybe I go that way.
Yeah.
Because it stands out over the dark door in the shadows.
Totally.
So you can barely see.
Alan Wake, some big red light over a door over there. It's like, I wonder what's in there. Yeah.
And yellow paint is kind of, a different way of doing that when it's daylight or whatever. It's like the big, bright, shiny thing. Go there.
It's crazy that the yellow paint thing is like Naughty Dog, because I was playing some Uncharted 4, and when you're like climbing rocks and shit, it's just like a lot of like white kind of like bird poop or slime or like just griminess rather than like bright yellow paint. So it is weird that like, because like Last of Us 2 was after, and like Last of Us 2 has some yellow paint. I guess Last of Us 1 is like the main culprit. But yeah, it was just interesting to like see them kind of mix that up. Because I'm trying to think of like really modern games with yellow paint still, like 2025 yellow paint.
Resident Evil 4 had yellow paint.
Yeah,
Resident Evil 4.
23.
For sure.
People got really pissy about it over the last few years, though, I think.
Yeah, I feel like the industry knows that like the yellow paint is criticized.
It's
so
white paint now.
Rebirth has it.
Rebirth?
It is
When
an
you're climbing
interesting
up surfaces, like walls.
Yeah.
They have paint.
It's an interesting question, though, just like the things we take for granted in the language of video games. Because, like, I remember I had an ex-girlfriend who had never really played games, and I don't remember what game it was, but it was like a third-person game where you could control the character and the camera.
Oh, yeah.
And she was just like, what? Like,
impossible
couldn't
for
do it.
anyone.
Like, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I fully take this for granted that I can just do that, and it's nothing to me. But it's like she's never done that before, and it's not intuitive.
Every person I've ever tried to teach video games to, once they have to control the camera, it's GG. It's
it's over. It's over.
Yep.
But I mean, it makes me think about all the other little cues, like lights over a door or just like engineered level design to make you walk left instead of right or whatever, you know.
Well, with the twin stick,
the slow walk is always so fun.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
The twin stick thing, my wife had a hard time with Medal of Honor Frontline. But then I think like she went with like a sniper rifle or whatever, and so she was just picking people off one at a time from a distance, so she didn't have to worry about the speed of turning around and stuff, because she just really liked that game and the history behind it and everything like that. And so and eventually like she got to the point where she gold starred every mission.
That's badass
on that game.
Wow.
And even now sometimes she's like, can we pull out Medal of Honor?
Frontline, so good. Allied Assault, 10 out of 10.
They did like some like really kind of slapdash remaster of it that they included in like another like more modern Medal of Honor game, and it was like
Don't tell me this. I was
like PS3 era.
Okay.
It was not great.
I already played Red Dead with like too much time. It's just
But if it came out on now, she would be totally on top of that.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Love that, Alexander. Thank you. By the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions. This week we're discussing what's currently on our gaming backlogs and what backlogged games we may have gone back to and eventually finished. So, if you want to get in on that extended cut, consider becoming a $5 patron at patreon.com/easyallies. You'll get this podcast 2 days early and ad-free. You'll get into the official Discord. You can submit questions to Love and Respect, like we were just talking about. And just Happy New Year. We love you all. And just New Year, new patrons. Help us out.
Yeah.
And if you really want to help us out, you can join one of our producer tiers starting at $25 all of our producers get their names added to the monthly podcast credits, which are read aloud by the one, the only, Brandon Jones, sometimes hilariously mispronounced. Our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. This month's shout outs go to Jabawabs, L. Thanis, and Lizard Wizard 64. Shout out!
Shout out!
Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions. Patreon.com/EZAllies. It's time for bets.
There's a lighting cue, man.
Damn it! I just got overwhelmed because it's the final bet of 2025. Huge news. It's going down on December 19th. We bet on how much Avatar Fire and Ash would gross globally on its opening weekend. Damiani said 180 million. Sophia on Isla's behalf said 360 million. Bloodworth said 302 million. Isla said 280 million. Don said 324 million. And I let the headlines rattle my take. I only said 200 million because I just kept reading that it was tracking less than Way of Water. I was like, it's tracking less, it's tracking less, it's tracking. The haters, they got me. The non-believers. The actual answer, opening weekend, $347.1 million. The culturally irrelevant Avatar Fire and Ash.
I love that Disney was like, we got to include the .1.
Yeah.
We got to get that .1 in there.
Because James Cameron's battling himself and Avengers Endgame for highest grossing movie of all time. So those .1s,
yeah,
they matter. They're huge. So Sophia wins it just barely, and thank you, Sophia, for winning this bet because Dawn almost had it. And wouldn't that have been poetic, Dawn, if you went out in a blaze of glory with Fire and Ash? Because the final 2025 betting results are Dawn with 11 and me with 11. Then we have Bloodworth with 10, Isla with 8, Damiani with 5, Gabby with 4, bringing Dawn and I into a tie. We've tied, Dawn. You almost beat me with Avatar. I kind of wanted you to beat me with Avatar. Shit, you should have. But thank you, Sophia. Yes. So, what we do know is that everyone is going to have to sing a poem about the winner. And like Isla has said, you don't really sing a poem, I know.
Also, do we have to write the poem, or do we just like pick up like fucking Andrea Gibson?
It has to be why the winner is the champion.
Yeah, why the winner is the
champion. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, but do we write that, or do we find one that's evocative of why the winner is the champion?
Maybe we put together.
That can be either.
And then sing it together.
Yeah. The winner gets a sketchy token, allowing them to change one of their players' bet one time. I changed yours, Blood, and you would have had a three-way tie if I didn't. The sketchy token played. I waited and waited and waited to use that, and wow, it paid off. The winner gets +1 point going into the new season.
Wait a minute. So does this mean that both you and Dawn get a sketchy token and an extra point?
It would be the case. It would be the case. Because I imagine, Dawn, you want to keep it as a tie, me and you, or do you want to battle it out for one true winner?
He says a tie seems right.
A tie does seem right. I agree. I was under the same impression. We shared it. You had a huge... I'm just fortunate. I'm just happy to be here because you had a huge lead halfway through this year. You were way ahead of everyone. So I'm happy I just caught up. So we will do that. We are both winners. The winners also get a stream... a stream jack!
Huber's like trying to remember what he said a year ago.
Yeah. The stream jack. They get to hijack a stream of their choice whenever they want. Complete control over an entire group stream. That just means, like, pick a game or something. I'll pick, like, hey, we're playing Resident Evil 1 today or something along those lines. Stream
I
chat.
feel like this happens almost every week anyway.
I know.
Yeah, no, the funny thing about this is that change in direction, where it's like we're everyone's like ready to play something. And
Right,
then here it comes,
right.
and it's like, no. Right
We gotta
now we're
play
playing
this.
Resident Evil.
We gotta play it. Yes, so thank you everyone that followed along for the 2025 bets. Stay tuned. We will make that happen. It's easy allies, so you don't know if that's gonna happen in 1 week or 6 months. But
Damiani still owes us a short story for last year.
see? But this'll be sooner than later. You have my word. I'm a man of my word. Trust me. It'll happen sooner than later. Now for 2026, we have to choose names. This year we're introducing the wild card as one of the participants in the bets as well. Instead of guests choosing who their points might go to, their points will combine into the new wild card group. Every time we have a new guest on the podcast, they also get to add a word to that group's name. Ofs, thes, and A's are free.
Right.
Which brings us to our first guest spot of the year, Bloodworth. What is the word you would like to add to the group name, Bloodworth?
Yeah, well, because this is a group,
Yeah.
I figured, like, let's start and emphasize that it's a group. So this is the herd.
The herd.
And so everyone else will have to add an adjective to the herd.
The herd.
Could
is
be the
a
raucous
great
herd.
start.
It could be the fiery herd.
Oh, I was thinking they were adding the words after.
No, they're
Oh,
adding
you
the
can add a word
they're
anywhere.
adding the
That's
adjective.
even
No, they
more
can
chaotic.
add. I'm thinking like the herd of blah blah of
Oh.
blah blah that blah blah. Like
The
I'm
herd
saying,
of fiery phoenixes.
Yeah,
I think-
exactly. Like by the end of the year, this name will be 52 things long. Is the idea, or like however many guests we have.
Yes. So there you go.
So they could go either way.
Yeah, they can put it wherever they
They
want.
can adjective before.
Yeah, they can
could
put
do
it wherever
something
they
after.
want.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the idea is this will be insane by the, by the end of the year, and you'll have to
But
read
okay,
the
but
whole
here's
thing.
the thing though. They only get it the first time they're on, right? Because I'm gonna be
I
back
think
here
so.
like 8 times or something.
yeah.
I think maybe one per person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to let us just have a beat to think of our names, because I didn't want to spring it on you. Like, I don't want you to just randomly pick a name right
Before
now.
it's always been
Yeah.
random.
We're not drawing
so
them
just
from a
given
hat?
the fact that the people are gonna pick.
Yeah. So we could do what we always do, picking things out of a hat like we do with the names and combining
If you do
them.
that, you need to do that next week.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
You got to do that.
That's what I'm
before we
saying. That's
shoot.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Give it a beat. 2026 has
If
just
I'm
begun.
picking my name, on my team is Team Dawn.
That is chaotically confusing.
Oh my.
Yes. And with that, we will also have the stakes for
Okay, so
with
you're
the
gonna
names.
do
We're
both
gonna do
next
all
week.
of that.
Okay,
I wanted
okay.
to get everybody hyped.
Okay.
To please be excited about that next week. We're gonna be diving into.
I think we did that last year. Too.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
give it a beat.
I think we did that, and then you were in Vegas.
Yeah.
And then we had the stakes.
Yes. That sounds correct. Okay. So, bum. Because Don and I won, we start out with 1 point each. So the current totals are 1 for myself and 1 for Don. Everyone else has 0.
Yeah, but you do have to give this week's bet.
Yeah, what's
And we-
this week's
yeah,
bet?
we do have this week's bet. Okay. So, this time next week, Animal Crossing Redemption. Animal Crossing comes out this time next week, the Switch 2 edition. Also updating for existing owners
Yep.
on Switch 1. Really awesome, really generous, really hyped about that. This time next week, how many channels will be streaming Animal Crossing New Horizons?
And you're gonna go through and count them.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
do
gonna go,
Isla
I am
first
gonna
because she
do it.
wasn't here.
The
so.
Twitch page also updates. No, I wrote mine down. The Twitch page also updates quite frequently while you're looking at it.
Definitely,
so
but considering what the range of
it'll
our
be a neighborhood.
yeah, it'll be like just with our betting numbers, like we'll get there. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Just go in order.
All right, I'll go. I said 205. individual streams of Animal Crossing. 205.
I meant the order on the page.
Yeah, Damiani usually goes first.
Oh!
Damiani could cheat because
So
we can't
sorry.
see his hands.
So sorry. We trust him.
We trust him.
Damiani has 4 cards.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this
I'm
one.
going to
Yeah.
take this one.
157. I was surprised people went that high.
157, okay.
I thought I was going to be high.
Shit. Bloodworth on behalf of the wild card.
The herd, yes.
The
But I will be
herd.
a wild card because I'm going 602.
Whoa!
Good luck counting those, Huber.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's above, a couple hundred there, you'll just get it.
Well, we don't know what Don's got yet.
Yeah,
Or
Isla.
Yeah, I think you guys are forgetting of the power of hundreds of people streaming to 3 people. I'm saying 512.
512.
That's a lot of counting.
I just counted
really?
how many Roblox streamers there were earlier, and it was like over 500.
Roblox is.
I know
the
Roblox is
biggest
Roblox,
thing.
but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think it's really interesting with this because it's an old game that's new again,
Yeah.
And it's like, a COVID game too, the zeitgeist and everything, and it's like, will it have another life? We're about to find out.
I'm really curious what
Yeah.
will happen.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there are people that, like my wife, play every day. I'm not even sure if my wife knows this update's coming, but it'll be fun. So, yeah, there are people that play every day, but might not be streaming it because why stream it,
Yeah.
right? But now there's a reason to stream it. Let's
You're
see all the
right.
new stuff.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then there'll be people that will be jumping in for the first time.
Me!
Because there's a reason to do that.
Me.
So, yeah.
Does Jones still get to name your island?
He absolutely
Yes, he absolutely does.
He
He absolutely
absolutely
does.
does. Yes.
And then...
Don.
yeah.
It's done.
There could also be that sort of other thing where, like, somebody
Once
put it
was a
down, but now they're into this new update. So I'm going to start a whole new island.
Come on back.
Yeah.
A new life.
Well, everybody gets like 5 bonus islands now, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Don.
Don says 110.
110. All right. Don's got the low. Bloodworth, the herd, has the high. All right. We will see. Promotions. We've just been on the holidays, so, we're back now. Get hyped. We got Animal Crossing coming up. That'll be fun. Isla, you get to shout out to anything or anyone that's on your mind this week. The final word on anything you've disagreed with, want to reiterate, or just popped into your head. And you get to sign off with your trademark sign off.
Shout out to
Pluribus.
sure Pluribus.
I'm kidding.
No, yeah, I loved Pluribus.
I know you
thought
do,
it
I
was
know you
great.
Yeah.
Final word. I didn't disagree with anything really.
Well, then I'll take it. Let
boy,
Samus
here we go.
speak.
Let Samus speak. Yeah,
Let Samus have
and
the
make
final
the
word.
combat better. Good night and good game. All right, live chat. We will now record our Patreon exclusive questions. So we're going to cut you loose. But then we'll be back on Tuesday for a group stream.
Sweet.
Anything else?
No,
No?
Happy New Year, and
Happy
we're
New
so
Year.
excited for 2026.
Yeah.
I was looking at just like the calendar list of like the big games of the first 4 months, and it's a nice little list.
Yeah.
A lot of JRPGs coming out actually, quite a few. So get hyped.
Jerpagers.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Big hops.